cheers to episode. Tigers game just started, episode 179.
Cheers.
To Spencer Torkelson's birthday. I took that from
That's a
Evan.
good slurp.
I got wine.
Water.
Is Connor drinking?
Just water.
Oh, Connor.
I have
Fine.
Yes.
I have what do you want to
Why did
call
he turn
it?
his camera off?
I have Gatorade.
He's not wearing pants.
I have Gatorade powder.
Oh, I bought Gatorade powder as well.
Wait, you made Gatorade powder?
What you buy it and then you just put it in your water.
But you made like the
I bought
potion?
it. I bought
Yes,
it
it
too.
did. Water, ice, and
Connor, why'd you turn your camera
I
off?
had to turn off my mic. I'm sorry.
Do you have pants on? What flavor, Evan?
it was some weird flavor. It was the only one they had, and it's like shoot.
The white color that's like a cherry?
Yeah, but
Flavor?
it's not cherry. It's like lime, watermelon lime. I think
Never heard of that.
it was
bought
like
Frost
it's a flavor that's not even in Gatorade.
Say that again, Alex.
Frost Glacier Freeze.
What'd you grab, Connor?
Traitor IPA.
It's called a trader. It's Have you ever went to the Mystic Lake Casino when you were out here, Grant?
Granted to anything.
No, but they're proud sponsor of the Vikings.
But you know, like where it was though, like you in that area near the horse tracks. You ever get down there?
Nope.
Well,
Is it
there's
by
a brewery called
Raising Cane's?
Bentonville. I don't have any idea about that.
Oh, you need to get familiar with that. Connor, I think when you told me where you were living, I looked up how far away you were from the Raising Cane's because I wanted you to enjoy
I
that.
thought Raising Cane's was downtown.
No, there's one
Minneapolis.
near Egan, near the suburbs, but I don't know how far away you are from that.
Probably 30 minutes, I would say.
Have you gone across the border to get spotted cows yet?
No, but we did go last weekend to a city called Stillwater. That's like right on the
Oklahoma.
border of. No, there's another
Oklahoma?
Stillwater border of Wisconsin and Minnesota we went to. Did not cross to get spotted cow.
Who's we?
Yeah, I was about to ask you that.
Oh, me and my mother and father. My parents came out last weekend to visit.
You guys are so nosy.
Oh.
We do that to Alex all the time, though. Yeah, so Connor's joining us. We've teased it for probably a month now, but the QB power rankings are happening
It's gonna
tonight.
be so good.
I think it is going to be
Time.
good. Do you have all 32? Did you do all 32?
Yeah, I have a weighted scale too. So this
When
is
you say
very
that,
accurate.
You mean like you
Three-
put numbers into
so-
Excel or something?
Correct.
This is
So you're taking Alex's job.
Like I'm grading them on what they've done in the past, what their future outlook, and then just the eye test.
Are you a
Get back
freak in the
Athletic
sheets?
ability.
safe to say
Oh,
this
that's
kid
Gilligan.
is committed.
Yeah, so Connor, with that in mind, is going to do 32 through 16 fast. And by fast, I mean like a good tempo. And then we'll join him for the top 15. Because if we did all 32 with the other stuff we have planned for this show, including some transfer portal names, some college football playoff predictions, which is going to be
We're gonna
fun.
nail these transfer portal names. I hope you know that.
Yeah, you got to dig deep. I'm not as great with college names. But
Yeah, I already have
it's
Connor's
just like
first one.
quarterbacks.
We'll
I
see
feel
if
like those are pretty simple.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are easy.
it'll be a fun game show. I'm going to pick each person, and there'll be points awards. So we'll see how everyone does.
Okay, I got one name just in case Grant doesn't say. I got to write it down so I don't forget it.
Okay, perfect.
Are you gonna bring up the player that was mentioned in the group chat last week?
It might be your first player to see if you've learned.
Okay.
All right, but with all that being said, Alex will start us, then Connor, then Evan. Alex, what'd you do this week? Anything?
Like golf the last 2 days.
Oh,
Year-round sport there. Quite the
Just a
off-season,
question for
actually.
Evan. So every time I play golf in the summer here, I get like raging migraines after the round.
dehydrated.
I don't think so. I had 148 ounces of liquid on the golf course because I was like, "There's no way today I'm getting a headache."
It's not enough, Alex. You got to drink your body weight in ounces. I know you
That's
weigh more than
crazy.
148
That's
ounces.
pretty close, though. That's pretty close.
I mean, I shouldn't have a full-on migraine. I've never
Okay, let me
gotten
ask you
one
this.
before.
What was the weather like before or after? A storm come in, get super hot, get super humid, day before, day after?
It's always just superhuman all the time.
It's like the weather didn't change the day
Literally
later.
every day.
It's not a dry heat down there?
No, it's
Oh.
full humid.
Just at one time or every single time you're golfing?
The last 4 times I've played golf, this has happened, including today, and it was it did rain in the middle of the round, and then
Clues.
Pressure
Storm.
change could be on that one. But have you been experiencing any dizziness recently when you're not golfing?
No, only after the round.
This sounds like a Sky Rizzy commercial or whatever
doesn't
that one
happen
commercial
during-
Connor and I like.
This doesn't happen during the
It
round.
starts to
That's
like
Jardiance.
creep in, and then on my way back, it's like the worst headache I can. I'm sure you know how those feel.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know how much.
It's like I throw up from them. Like,
Oh,
Golf stressing you out? Is that why you didn't work
no,
out?
I don't care enough for that. To get
Oh.
it to cost me a migraine, that's insane.
Is Austin weather weighing on you?
I don't live in Austin.
Sorry, Houston.
I would
Is
just
the weather weighing? I mean, it's a little hot for sure.
I would uptake your water before.
Whoa!
Go.
I
Jardiance.
drank
Go.
two Gatorades before I played yesterday.
Water, Alex. I'm sorry, not Gatorade. It's water.
Okay, so you got nothing.
I would
for
uptake
me.
your water volume before the round, not during, because during is too late.
Mm.
I took some ibuprofen pre-round today too, just to see if I could mitigate the risk.
No, Evan's onto that. Coach Romao used to say the most important hydration day is like Wednesday and Thursday. Doesn't matter really which. I mean, don't drink like an idiot on Friday, but like Wednesday, Thursday is when you get hydrated.
A little shout out to middle school football director Norleen. She used to say, as long as your piss don't look like apple juice, you're good to go.
Okay.
Drink a lot of
The
water.
Chip Kelly
drink
method.
a lot of water.
Okay. So yeah, I've been having some migraine troubles on the golf course. Not great. How did I play? Same old, same old. I'm sure you guys can guess what I shot.
84.
83.
No.
82.
82, 82. So,
Yes.
Good job.
Had it at 7 over with 2 to play today, and made a quad. 2 out of bounds. So
Oh,
Sorry.
par 71.
What'd that put me to? 11 over.
If you made an if you were 7 over and then you made an 82.
Yeah, birdied 18.
Oh,
Par 5.
nice. Good
So,
bounce
yeah,
back. Wow.
It just
Back-to-back fours. Just kidding. That's not how that works.
played bingo, bango, bongo the last 2 days. You guys ever heard of that?
No.
Only when Mickey Redmond says it on the Red Wings broadcast.
Or Evan's dad.
Bingo. This is like a good game for all skill levels because no handicaps required. So bingo is first person on the green.
Mhm.
Tiebreaker being whoever was furthest away when they got on. So like you both hit it 2, but you get on the green. Whoever was furthest, they get the point. Bango is closest approach. That's from anywhere. So if you miss the green, so like you're a bad golfer, you missed the green and you're chipping from like the fringe or putting from the fringe, that's your approach. So you can get it inside and you get a point for bango. And then bongo is just whoever makes the longest putt. Gimmies don't count. Played bingo, bango, bongo. I won bingo, bango, bongo today. Other than that, I think that's it.
Connor? Anything crazy to report?
Yeah, I have something to vent about very quickly.
Yes.
So Friday, like around 5, I went to go see the new Alien movie, Alien Romulus.
Oh, that looks freaky.
Really good film.
Sigourney Weaver.
She was in the old ones, but yes. So I walk into the theater, already a little pissed off because I see like this entire group of 6 people are in my seat, in the wrong row. But I sit down and I notice something silly about them.
Silly.
This is an R-rated movie, and for some reason, I see 2 little, probably 10-year-olds and 2 5-year-olds in the theater. So, movie's about to start. These people come down to me and say, "Oh, sorry, sir. We realize we're in the wrong seat." So as the movie's starting, we already switched seats. That's fine. I go to my seat I bought. Now I'm sitting next to another 5-year-old and her mother. This is the Alien Romulus theater. So we get 10 minutes into the movie. Like there's actual live people being shown. And then the title card for Alien Romulus shows up. And this mom looks at her little 4-year-old or 5-year-old, says, "Honey, we're in the wrong theater." Despicable Me 4 is in the theater right next to us. And they didn't realize that Despicable Me 4 is animated. All right? So that's the one little kid, but let alone there's still 2 10-year-olds and another 5-year-old now sitting in front of me. First 10, 15 minutes, just very talkative. And I'm sure they didn't want their kid to see this R-rated movie. I mean, they brought her. So they just stuck her, gave her a nice little phone to play on the entire hour, 40 minutes, just playing on her phone. Every once in a while, she'd look up at the screen like the little kid in the TikTok that says she wants to go to the Four Seasons of Orlando, just looks at her mommy and says, "More popcorn, please." I mean, what the hell's going on here? So she's just constantly randomly just screaming "daddy." But after the first 15 minutes, they were pretty normal. It's not that hard to act normal in our society. Just don't bring a 5-year-old, 2 10-year-olds. Don't go on your phone. Don't just speak. Correct?
Let me ask you this, Connor. Do you think the online tickets have made it a worse experience for movie theaters? Because now you have less people guarding the movie theaters.
No. I mean, I actually think I want to say it's like illegal to bring a kid under like 6 or 7 into an R-rated movie. And I was about to get the bouncer and tell these people that they're breaking the law. Anyways, great film. Went to
I'll
a
vote on
brewery.
it. We can pass that, Connor.
Went to a brewery after wearing a Michigan State shirt. Old guy says, "Go green" to me. So I go get a beer, sit down with him and his wife that used to live in Michigan. Saturday.
Just back up.
All right.
You went to this. What day did you go to this movie?
Friday. I got 5.
Like your parents went to?
No, my parents came. My parents came the weekend before the weekend it just happened.
So you hung out with this couple solo. You went to the brewery solo.
Correct.
Just wanted to confirm.
I go to a lot of breweries solo. Why is that weird?
I didn't. No one said it was weird.
All right, Gil.
Just curious.
Yeah, Saturday went golfing. Wasn't great. Shot a 94. Got hot. Went to a nice restaurant in Excelsior. Have you heard of that city, Grant?
No. Well, I've probably seen it
Lake
on the map.
Minnetonka.
No.
Okay. Best buffalo chicken wrap you'll ever have.
Wow.
Great buffalo chicken wrap, waffle fries, and a nice Miller Lite.
Oh, wow. That's naughty.
Sunday
Your
didn't
life
really do
is
anything.
very interesting.
I love Connor's stories.
Sunday didn't really do much. It was hot, sticky. I didn't really care to go outside. That brings us today.
To Evan's point about the movie tickets, I do think the online Wild West ticket buying game is a little messed up. For the first time, when Marissa and I went a couple of weeks ago, the person actually checked our tickets walking into the hallway, which I hadn't had that happen to me in a long time. When Alex and I used to go in Birmingham, no one checked our tickets to do anything, and I think that's a little messed up.
Well,
There
that
are a
theater's
lot of the
different.
theaters around here do check. Like this AMC that I go to, not the one with Alien. There's another one in Eden Prairie. They always check your ticket no matter when. But this one I went to on Friday, they never check. Don't care. You don't have to pay. Just walk in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
messed
I
up.
go to Regal, and they check here.
We have an AMC and a Paul Glantz Imagine.
Oh,
No
yes.
Imagines in Texas.
So Paul
Wow.
Glantz let a 5-year-old see Alien.
You would not do that thing.
He would, that greedy bastard. Evan, your weekend review, if there's anything.
My weekend review. I would say first week of school. Survived that.
Huge.
Friday night, I did the first time ever. I did a golf simulator.
Wow. Oh, that's right.
It took me probably 4 or 5 holes to like get like that mental blockage of like, hey, you're inside. I just couldn't get like myself to like swing all the way back. I know I wasn't
Yeah.
even close to the wall or the ceiling, but just like the mental block, like I'm swinging at like 50%.
With a driver, it feels
It
very
feels
unsafe.
yeah.
How was your putting?
This simulator
Putting's
was like no putting. I didn't have to putt at any time. It was like, so let's say I'm 150 yards out and I hit it on the green. There's 2 circles on the green. There's one that's like a 1 putt and another one that's like a 2 putt automatically.
No 3 putts?
That's realistic for you with
There
being
was
the best
one
flag
hole-
putter in
There
the
was
game.
one hole that was like in the 2. I was just outside the 2 putt, like just off the green. Like I was in the fringe and I was just outside the circle, and it gave me a bogey automatically. I was like, I would have 2 putted there from there 99% of the time. Hated it.
What type of company was, or what was it called? It wasn't an X Golf, I assume.
This was Under Par Simulator over at Hometown Pizza in Adrian.
Who'd you go there with?
Arrow's coaches meeting.
Talking business.
Yes, we were talking business.
Hell yeah.
Great time. Me and my partner won on our side, our screen. We won. I think simulator takes longer than regular golf.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Really?
We only got
Because everyone has to hit.
Yeah, we only got through like
Take the
14
turn.
holes. That was good. Saturday, I watched college football. I went golfing just out at the local course, just to hit some balls around, And then Sunday, I had my company, other job, picnic. Member appreciation kind of day. And then today was the first day of middle school football.
Is this
but
the acclimation
tomorrow's
period?
not looking good. Tomorrow's not looking good.
Too hot?
Yep, I think we're canceling
Nice.
already.
Oh my
So
god.
soft.
Too hot.
Chelsea and Adrian are getting a leg up on us tomorrow.
Yep,
Michigan
I guarantee
soft.
Bedford's practicing tomorrow.
They're probably doing 2 days tomorrow.
They probably
You
are.
know why Texas kids are going to football? They're practicing in 100-degree blazing humid heat right now.
Booby Miles.
Jalen Milroe.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to middle school football again. I'm looking to coaching. And I took 3 weeks off from the last time I was coaching, so I'm ready.
Yeah. It's an eternity for you.
It is.
Is the first couple days just helmet only?
For 2 days have to be helmet only, then 2 days of shells only, and then you can get into full contact.
I think we've talked about, maybe not on the show before, but nobody was better than myself. Maybe Alex. I don't know if you guys had tricks too, Evan, but first full day of pads, always positioning myself in the line to make sure I would go against a smaller kid, so it looked like I was a hard hitter. Yeah.
5th and 6th grade, it's impossible to not get paired up with somebody. But as you get older, you learn. You learn your lessons, and then at least the coaches once we got into high school were better about it because it was okay, running backs, wide receivers, you're with the defensive backs, and so I got paired up with you, Grant. I didn't get paired up with okay, defensive lineman and offensive lineman.
Never forget when I got paired up with Nate Brady.
Oh my god.
Demolished.
Just all
Then he-
conference
Then he
division
just
2
picks me up
offensive lineman.
by my shoulder pad, sorry, man. It's thanks, dude.
I pulled a Kirby Joseph on Hunter Byer once in 7th grade and just went right for the ACL. He was okay, thank God, but that's the only way I could tackle him is I just dive bombed his knee. They would have been calling me dirty player on Twitter if they saw that now.
Rob
Probably
Brady.
got 5 high fives from every single coach saying, "Hell yeah, good tackle."
Yep. Yeah, no,
Grant,
junior
How was
year.
the preseason?
Yeah.
Anything crazy happen?
You know what?
Preseason football,
Can I
baby.
just say something that bothered me, Grant?
What?
Clearly, we were all watching Georgia Tech, Florida State.
Yep.
That was the game that was on.
Yep.
You just had to keep telling us about that stupid Lions preseason game, and it was
Yep.
really annoying me.
Well, because
I
Luke.
know it was a bit, but come on, it was dumb. It was a dumb bit. I didn't appreciate it.
It's more Ford Field's problem for having such good service because, man, my phone was just firing off text, receiving text.
Ford
I was
Field
good to
has
go.
such good service.
It's phenomenal, really.
Shout out Rod Wood.
First time he's ever gotten a shout out, Rod Wood. Yeah, I mean, I'll pay an extra $1 for a beer for the service that you get inside that stadium, but
Yeah,
it was good.
worth it.
Tin Roof was the place to be Saturday in Detroit. That place was packed and outdoor setup, multiple stories.
I tell you what, boys.
Hot,
if there's
though.
any way we can get property anywhere near that area, or we buy Hockey Town Cafe, because there's no bars around Comerica Park or Ford Field.
It's true. It's really just Tin Roof.
Yeah, but when there's not a game, you're not making $1.
There's
Concerts.
games there all the time.
True.
You go one season to the next season, Alex. There's always a sporting event going on. I get it, the middle of the week. It's going to be hard when the Pistons are 4-85 and you're trying to get people in
the season.
pregame. But
Yeah, I would love to see a total tally from Tin Roof's like just sales from that day. $5 cover for every person, starting at like 10:30 a.m. and everyone's paying that. It is cool though. You get stamped on your wrist and then you can come back in at any point. So like we went to the game, came back to Tin Roof, walked right in.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
Love
Shout
that.
out them.
Shout out them. You're looking at like a $7 beer range for
Mixed
your
drinks
standard
are-
domestic.
I got screwed over because someone got me a beer, so I said I'd buy them a drink. Somehow I ended up buying a mixed drink that was like $16 to $20.
The mixed drinks have gotten out of hand at any restaurant. They're like $18 minimum these days. It's nuts. I don't know what's going on with mixed drinks.
Give me a
Not
Busch
at
Light in a bottle.
bars here.
Well, I'm restaurants more. Bars,
I
yeah.
had 3 beers on Friday. Guess my tab.
Just that.
3 Pacificos.
$8.50.
What?
Total?
Total receipt.
Where's
Told us
this
to
at?
guess. He told us
With
to
tip?
guess.
With
Red
tip?
Bar. No.
I guess mine without tip.
No tip.
$16.50.
That's what I just said that, Connor.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 16.
$9.
That's right.
Come
I
on.
was so close.
$9.
$3 a piece.
Friday.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, if I got a Labatt Blue Light, it's not the standard ounce can. It's a little bit of a taller one, but a Labatt Blue Light and a neutral from Tin Roof was $17 before tip. So I was just putting down 20. I'd just be like, here's $20. Boom, gone. So
And that tip's not going to get taxed, Grant.
no, I think I tipped that for the first time, and I was like, I can't keep tipping. I'm not going to keep tipping that every single time.
You guys know why your booze is so pricey?
Okay. There we go. Went to the game. Hendon Hooker, boy, did he look terrible in the first quarter, and then he did find some strides there, made some good throws. The kid, not that anyone really cares, but the kid Isaiah Williams that's going to make the team, he is a good player. He's a legitimately good football player. He's going to be like our 4th receiver. He looked good. James Houston popped. I know, Evan, not your favorite guy. He popped. I don't know what the chatter about that really is. He had a good game. I think he should make the team. I think that'd be a mistake to cut him. I don't know what his attitude in the locker room is like, but he should definitely be on the team if he's a good attitude, good character guy, because he could definitely rush the passer. Besides that, it was more cool just trying to look and see everyone on the sideline in street clothes. Amon-Ra, that is a cool looking dude. He's the only guy. I think he was the only guy that tucked in his shirt. He just looks like a badass. He's someone, even though he's like 25, whatever, how old he is, he really rocks a tucked in shirt well and just looks like he'd kick your ass.
Do you want to kiss him?
No, but give him a hug.
That's how you sounded.
Live with him for a couple months. Have him train me. Yeah. Take me under his wing.
All
So yeah, that was my weekend. Let's get to what the people want. College football. What did we talk about last week? The theme of it?
College football.
Changes. A lot of changes in college football. A lot of craziness. Going to be more changes. I don't know if you guys saw, but they're probably going to reduce it down to one transfer portal, which is and the timing of it, what they propose is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
I don't mind having one transfer portal.
No, I'm down for that. I just don't. The one that they're going to choose is the dumbest thing ever. Speaking of the portal, there's our lead-in. We can do a refresher. There's been a lot of movement, an unprecedented amount of movement in the transfer portal. Big-time names coming, going. So we need to get everyone prepared for this season. So we're going to do a little game show here, just so we're not all talking over each other with, yelling out answers at the same time. For those listening, I'm going to call on the person, give them the player's name. What I'm looking for you to get maximum amount of points here is 2 things. You're going to say where they came from, where they're at now. If you can only get one of the 2, you get partial credit, or if you get 0, you get 0. All right.
It's going to be really challenging.
This might be tough.
Tough.
I have
Quarterback's about all I might know.
I have a list here.
Ones you know.
I found an article that I'm going to go off of that lists 100 of them. I'm not going to do all of them, but it starts pretty easy at the top. So we're gonna loosen ourselves up here. But Connor, we have to start with you because you kind of showed your ass a little bit in the chat this week.
I was not the only person to know.
We're going to start with Evan Stewart.
A&M to Oregon, right?
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Connor, 2 points. I'm going to keep a tally here.
Lord, yes.
All right, we're going to go to Evan in the top right corner for me. Evan, Nick Scourton.
Nick Scourton. Nick Scourton. Holy shit.
Or Scourton. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Scourton is the last name. NIC for the first name. You're going to kick yourself. Maybe we don't know ball as a podcast.
Okay, hold on. Can you spell that last name out again for me?
Scourton. No looking up.
Spelling is not going to change it for you.
Yeah, Evan, you looking at your phone is
Honor code, Evan.
No.
Hands in the air like the
writing it
Daily
down.
Dozen. Like the Daily Dozen.
The only person that texted me was Coach Casper. Sorry.
Okay.
He said Nick.
Can we get a
Nick
position?
Scourton. He's an offensive lineman.
No.
I have no idea.
Does anyone else know? Because you have the option to steal every round.
Nick Scourton.
I think I know what team he's on.
But if you try to steal and you're wrong, I take the points away.
Oh.
I think
from
I know
you.
what team he's on, but I don't know what team he came from.
All right, you
Try,
want to
Alex, try.
attempt for one? If you're wrong, you get negative one.
Never heard that
I've
name
heard-
in my life.
I've heard this name discussed one time before in office at work.
Oh.
So I'm gonna guess the Aggies.
Correct. He is on Texas A&M. One steal. He came from Purdue. He had the most sacks in the Big Ten last year. He is Purdue's stud
Really?
defensive end.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's like one of the best. He'll be maybe a first round pick.
Purdue
He's-
had the Big Ten sack leader.
correct.
I thought it was Hutch.
He had 10 sacks last year. He's
Thought it was
6'4",
Aiden
285.
last year.
This is tough.
Good for him. I've never heard that name in my life.
All right, Alex, bottom left, hands in the air. Let's see the hands when your name's called. We're gonna go with Walter Nolan.
Oh, yeah.
Texas A&M to Ole Miss.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
Defensive end, defensive lineman, 5-star recruit out of high
Yeah,
school.
he's like a
job,
top
Alex.
out of high school. Thank you.
All right, Connor,
Grant,
you got a
was not
layup for your
expecting-
first one.
I was
You gotta go a
not
little bit
expecting
harder
things.
for Connor.
A&M's been in the answer every time.
So far,
True.
yes.
This is
A lot of
rigged.
movement. Connor, hands in the air.
I'm okay.
Parker Brailsford.
Don't know.
Anyone.
Royals.
You risk negative points, though. If you chime in, you're wrong.
Can we get a position that he plays?
Is there a chance it could be Iowa?
It's not Iowa.
All right.
Can we get a position he plays?
He's an offensive lineman.
No, I'm
Is
out.
he,
One of the best in the country.
Parker Brailsford.
Conference.
That's too much. I gotta have
Parker
standards here.
Brailsford.
You get
Former-
position if I'm feeling generous.
former Pac-12 player.
No more hints.
Is that right?
No more hints.
I'm not guessing.
Time is up for the listeners. He was at Washington and followed his coach to Alabama. He will be playing for the
Alright.
Crimson Tide this season. Okay, Evan, you had a hard one out the gate. Let's get you a little, hopefully an easier one. You never know, though. We're going to go with Isaiah Bond.
Oh, I just saw it today. No, not
He's-
today. I saw it on Saturday. Isaiah
he was
Bond.
stuck.
Come on, Evan.
Isaiah Bond.
Isaiah Bond.
I saw it on Saturday because they talked about him. They talked
Oh.
about transfers. Isaiah Bond.
I know what high school he went to. Can I get an extra point for that?
No.
Oh,
That is cool.
Isaiah Bond is now.
Remember, you could just do one of two if you just want to take 1 point.
No,
don't
Isaiah
have to
Bond
do
is
two or two.
on.
Cinephile.
I'd like to steal.
7. I got to count
He's
down.
from.
6.
I think he played. Is he from
5.
Alabama?
Yes. He's from. You got 1 point correct.
He's
You want
from
go?
Alabama. Isaiah Bond is now playing.
Well,
There's
he's
like
from Georgia. He went to Buford High.
Okay, Alex.
That wasn't the question.
I think Isaiah Bond now plays for.
I want Evan to get this right so bad, but he's running out of time. 3,
I am.
2.
I'm not guessing.
One.
I'll take my point.
Okay, took the point. Connor,
Nope.
take it, Alex.
It's Gilly's turn.
Texas.
All right, he's at Texas. He will play Michigan in week 2.
Your team, Evan. Your team.
Yes.
Clark voice, my guy.
All right. Down to Alex in the bottom left
What do you mean bottom left?
of
His
how
bottom
I'm looking at
left.
my screen. We're going to go with Chris Brazel.
Chris Brazel.
Yep.
Can you spell Brazel, please?
Brazzell.
I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
Anyone else?
Probably an offensive line.
Iowa State.
Nope. Wide receiver from Tulane, who is now at Tennessee and figures to be a huge factor for the Volunteers.
I
He had
mean,
freshman All-America, 44 catches for 711 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Going to know that?
If you're, I don't know, I'm testing your knowledge.
I think we might need to just do an open pool for anyone that's not a quarterback. Because
That was a very difficult one.
These are tough. I'm not a ball knower.
All right, next one.
This would go to Connor then. This might have to be an open floor, as you said. It's not a quarterback. This is Damian Martinez.
Oh,
Connor thinks he has something here.
No, I don't.
Alex?
I got it. Oregon State to Miami.
Correct. Running back. Oregon State to you probably know it because of Jonathan Smith. That makes sense. All right, Evan. What about Will Howard?
Oh yeah!
What a layup.
Yes! Oh, the best quarterback in the Big Ten. Oh my gosh, he's from Kansas State. He's now the quarterback of the number 1 team, Ohio State Buckeyes.
Correct. Huge.
QB power, baby.
Huge on the board.
I can't wait for him to wear in Honolulu blue and silver. It's gonna be awesome.
Alex. DeQuan Finn.
Oh!
DeQuan Finn.
Pass it, please.
Is this Maction?
Is that a quarterback?
No hints.
I think it's a QB from the MAC. Toledo?
That's correct.
Oh, I don't know where he went, though.
Oh, Evan's waiting to steal the point.
Yeah, Evan can steal there. I don't know where he went.
Liberty?
He's now the starting quarterback at Baylor.
Baylor.
Correct.
Wow, big jump.
Yeah. MAC Player of the Year.
Yep.
All right, Connor. You little sicko down there. This one hurt. Keon Sabb.
I don't know, dude. Florida State, Michigan.
Yes, that is one of the answers. He was from Michigan.
He's going to Oklahoma.
No, Alex?
Alabama.
Correct. He got paid a bag to go to Alabama. All right. Evan. I might just give Evan the easy ones. Tyler Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah! Miami to Wisconsin starting quarterback for the Badgers.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, correct.
So good.
That's not
All right.
Why are you
Question
giving Evan
first.
layups?
This is one of my favorite players in college football, Alex. Jabbar Muhammad.
Jabbar Muhammad.
This is an interesting transfer. It really is.
Jabbar.
Same conference transfer.
Same conference transfer. He's a corner?
He is a defensive back, yes.
I don't know which one he went from to. I think he was from Washington
Yes.
to Oregon.
Yes.
Wow.
Big time player.
Oh my god, he just typed that into Google so fast.
Connor.
Nope. Grant, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Oh.
Deacon Hill.
Deacon Hill.
The quarterback from Iowa.
I was going to
There you
say
go.
Iowa to he feels like he went to Kent State. Is he at Kent State?
Utah Tech.
That's not a real school.
Oh, wow.
How many more should we do?
He sucks. Let's do like one more round.
Connor, can you get KJ Jefferson right?
Yes, he
Yes,
went to
I
UCF from Arkansas.
I'm going to give it to you. It's the opposite way around, but yes, you had it.
No.
He was at Arkansas.
Correct,
Went
yeah,
to
he
He
went to-
UCF.
said
he
he,
went
said
to-
he
from
went to
Arkansas.
UCF.
From Arkansas.
You
That was the name I wrote
stupid
down.
idiot.
That was one of the names I wrote down.
In preparation.
Yeah, just in case you didn't write that one down.
Here's a high profile guy.
God.
Where'd
I
Riley
think
Leonard go,
it's,
Evan?
it's Evan's turn.
Due to Notre Dame, Connor.
Evan. Deion Burks.
Deion Burks. Deion Burks from Burks sounds like he's from Ohio State.
No.
At
Right,
Ohio
right.
State now.
No. But the first thing you said Ohio State, that's the correct conference for the school he came from.
Deion Burks. Alex. He's also from Purdue, Alex.
Yeah.
He is from Purdue. He is from Purdue.
I have no idea.
Purdue had some
There you
absolute
go.
ball players last year.
I have no idea where he went.
He's on Alex's bandwagon team of the year.
A&M again.
No.
Oklahoma! Come
Oklahoma.
on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was from Michigan.
No.
No, like from hometown.
Oh, yeah, he might be. Okay, Connor, let me give you another one to try to get you some points. Cam Ward.
Oh,
Washington State to Miami.
Yes.
I got the quarterback.
This kid knows ball. Alex.
Yeah, Aiden Childs, Oregon State to Michigan State.
No. Let's give you a little bit tougher one. Let's go with LT Overton,
An offensive lineman.
defensive lineman.
Is he from Washington?
No. This is an SEC boy.
Texas A&M.
Yes.
2, or is that where he ended up?
That's where he left. Highly rated recruit. Part of the big recruiting class for Jimbo.
2, another SEC program?
Yes.
I know where he went.
Mm.
I'm just going to guess Tennessee.
No. Alabama.
Ugh, that was too easy. I should have guessed that.
One more for Evan.
Ooh.
Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard.
Connor just gave it to me. Duke to Notre Dame.
Very nice.
Attaboy.
Let me give Connor one more and then we'll wrap this up. But he might need help, guys.
I don't know if there's any other quarterbacks.
It's a running back, but he's a popular guy. His brother plays in the NFL. Trevor Etienne.
Oh, I got it. All day,
He
every
went
day.
from
Alex.
I thought was he at Florida or did he go from Florida?
He was at Florida.
I don't know where he left. I just remember tweeting Michigan State. I don't know where he went.
You don't know where he went?
He's
Georgia?
gonna be, yes.
Yes.
He's the number
We'll
one.
give you
kid
one for that.
Georgia.
All right. Final tally. Let's see. That's 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13 points for Alex.
Wow, good for you, Alex.
Thank you, guys.
8
Pretty
points
good,
for
though.
Evan.
Oh,
8 points for Evan.
so disgusting.
3 for Connor.
Oh, that's. Oh, wait. 2, 4,
But I
8,
care about
8
where-
points for Connor.
I
Got
don't
it.
care about where a defensive back from Purdue goes. That's disgusting.
And I get actually another +1 for knowing Deacon Hill and Utah Tech.
That was a wild card.
You just
All
know
right.
that off the top of your head?
I might have researched it a day or two ago.
That's okay.
Utah Tech's not even real. That's not D1.
No, it's not D1.
It's
You
crazy.
know where Deacon Hill was before Iowa?
High school?
No, another college.
Kent State.
Wisconsin.
Oh. Ugh.
Grant Malachi Nelson.
The quarterback?
Malachi.
Yes. He
Like
is
the one
backup
from
now.
I know.
Whoa, whoa,
I know.
whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a Grant trivia, no hints.
the one from like ICC.
I don't know where he played at.
Was that the guy from
No.
Last Chance U?
No, he was at Mater Day. He
No.
was at Mater Day.
This is a top 5-star
Oh
quarterback.
yeah. He started at USC and then he transferred to Boise State,
Wow.
Lost
and he
Ding, ding,
lost the
ding.
job.
Yeah.
To a 2-star white kid.
To maybe
I did. I needed that Matter Day hint though. I would not have pulled that name.
Bummer.
All right, now Connor, you may not have done so hot there, but you will shine in the NFL quarterback rankings, which is next here.
Bum, 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 bum.
I would like. I'll say so. You kind of teased it in the beginning, Connor. Your method here. I think I subconsciously was like sort of predicting this season. I don't think I just went off of career and whatnot. I think I was like, what did I see last year, and how do I think they're going to go this year? But I'm curious with your algorithm, what you factored in here.
Yeah, so I just there's 3 categories: how they've looked and what they've done in the past. So, like rookie quarterbacks, I wasn't going to let get higher than like a 3 out of 10. If you played 1 year, you can't get higher than 8. Things like that. Future, who do I want going forward to lead my team to a possible Super Bowl? Also, amount of years remaining, and then eye test. Do they got that it factor?
Mm.
They got that
Aura.
flick of the wrist with the football.
So
Right.
Jordan Love can't get higher than 8 out of 10.
Only on what they've done in the past. I ranked them 3 different things.
How like so for older
So
guys
losing-
like
throws
Aaron
a
Rodgers?
game-losing interception.
It's very low on future outlook.
how far back do you go though? Like, are you factoring in Aaron Rodgers like 2014 seasons?
Back-to-back MVPs, Connor.
I mean, even 3 years ago, he was an MVP and a Super
Okay.
Bowl winner. So I'm saying, like, Brett Rodgers, I had,
Super
like,
Bowl
10.
winner 14 years ago.
Correct.
I was just wondering how far back it went.
Yeah.
All right, rip through 'em, 32 to 16.
All right. I'll go fast. So 32 is Drake May / Jacoby Brissett. 31,
Nice.
Sam Darnold. Number 30, Bo Nix. Number 20, Bryce Young.
29.
28, Will Levis. 27, Jaden Daniels. 26, Deshaun Watson.
Mm.
Number 25, Geno Smith. 24, Danny Dimes.
And Dimes
20.
way too high.
Way too high.
23, Gardner Minshew.
Way too low.
22, Anthony Richardson.
Better than Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Based on last couple of years, I would
Let's
say,
let him
yeah,
get through it, and then
actually.
we'll critique. Evan,
Sorry.
easy on the pen clicks.
21, Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Ugh.
20, Derek Carr. 19, Baker. 18, Russ. 17, Kirk. 16, Stafford.
What?
What the f*** is wrong with you?
Your
Stafford
rankings are
I don't.
Hold up.
I would not want
Best
Stafford
quarterback in
moving
the NFL is
forward
Matthew
with his
Stafford.
injury prone.
Kirk and Stafford are out of the 15.
Correct. I don't think that's crazy either. I mean, if
Which
I was
means-
listing them all, there's all very
Which means he has
competent and
Trevor
responsible.
Lawrence in his top 15 right now.
correct. I would much rather have him going forward than Stafford and Kirk.
Okay. Well, it's just about this season.
Alex, what did I just say? I ranked it on 3 different things, not just this
Okay,
season.
but we're just doing it for this year.
My quarterback rankings. I would have Trevor
This is-
Lawrence over both too going forward and this
Okay, well,
year.
going forward, my rankings are based on.
Are we going
this
off
year.
1 year to win a Super Bowl?
That's how I'm going on it.
I mean, we
Okay.
didn't specify how you can do it your own. So, are injuries factored heavily into yours?
They have
Connor?
to be.
For future outlook, yeah. Like
Hmm.
Stafford there, I probably have it like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
That's probably the point where I struggle with the most because normally I try to like rank stuff like injuries are off. Like it's like because those are. So,
I mean, even if
you're
injuries
right.
are off, I'm still not putting Stafford or Kirk in my top 13 or 12.
You are going to your jaw might drop when you
Yeah,
see where I
hate
have
my
Stafford
list.
at.
Same.
Besides Stafford, that's definitely the most egregious one here. The other ones, this is just a nitpick. Geno Smith is better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I had those about tied. I didn't really worry about like down there actually caring. I just put the numbers in. Like Geno and Jones, they're both equally not going to do shit for my team.
I think I'd be more
Yeah,
excited
Geno
to be
Smith will beat the Lions.
Geno Smith, I definitely don't mind if you're going to put him above. Just not a Geno guy. And then Deshaun, he's just such a wild card right now. It might seem low, but what
That's
he's done
fine
with the
with that.
Browns, I haven't seen anything special that I would be confident in him getting me anywhere in the postseason the next few years.
I guess it's tough because again we don't know about the rookies and even like the sophomore year guys. But like I would, as a fan of a team, I'd be much more excited to watch Jaden Daniels and Anthony Richardson play this year than
Absolutely.
Minshew or Derek Carr. I don't
Completely
know if
agree.
that I don't know if that ranks him ahead of them, but I would like be.
I wanted to keep kind of the rookies low just because I haven't seen them really play in the NFL. Like Williams is a 21 right now, but I think by the end of the year, I could definitely catapult him into top 13, near top 10 range. I think Caleb Williams is excellent.
Yeah.
Just haven't seen enough.
All right. Well, Stafford's the most shocking for sure. I say we hop
All
into
right.
this
15.
with 15. Connor, you start us with your 15th.
Rodgers,
Whoa.
Rodgers goes
Bias
here.
there.
great
Uh-huh.
accomplishments in the past, but I mean his last year in Green Bay, he was shit. He's the reason I think we didn't make the playoffs. Glad we moved on, and very skeptical on what his career is going to look like in New York.
A little biased, but no arguments there. Evan,
I have 15 Caleb Williams.
I do like you. I like that going out on a limb. Alex,
You guys are going to hate this answer, but I've been a hater of him since the beginning. So Brock Purdy, 15.
Okay,
Just benefit of
That's
a
fair.
good team.
My 15th is Tua.
Wow.
Yeah, I have Tua turn the ball over at 14, so I'm right in that same range.
Wow.
Wow, a little mean nickname there. It's the Trump in you.
I have Kyler Murray at 14.
Same. I'll get that out there now then.
I got Dak Prescott.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I think my list's going to be very different from your guys's.
You don't say. You had Stafford at 16.
Yeah, we're ball knowers. You're a fan of football.
Okay.
Connor, who's your 13th?
13th, I have Brock Purdy.
Okay.
13.
Similar range as Alex.
White boy
Nice.
Rick.
Evan?
13, I have Kirk Cousins.
Kirko. I love that. Get him in there. Alex?
I got Tua.
Talk Tua. 13. A little bit higher than Connor. I have Aaron Rodgers at 13. Sick pass for the ball. If you're going by your eye test,
Correct,
Connor, he
yeah.
probably ranks 10 out of 10. But the Achilles, similar to Kirk, spoiler, Kirk is
His
probably
future outlook has him very low for me. The other two, I mean, if he didn't have these injuries and he had another 4 or 5 years, he's probably top 8 for me.
Kirk
I don't know
just
what I'm
missed
getting.
my 15. He's probably my 16th quarterback. Same thing with the Achilles. I just don't know what I'm going to get from him. Connor,
All right. 12, I have Trevor Lawrence.
that's crazy.
I think so. You think Trevor Lawrence is like what, in the 20 range then?
17, 18,
17.
before 20, but
I mean, I think before last season, he was probably top 5 MVP favorite, maybe.
he did have that nice
I mean,
year.
He still made the playoffs. I mean, awful
Blew it.
second half of last year, but I don't know why people are so quick to write off on him.
I think there's better guys.
Evan?
Brent, 12,
Yep.
I have Lamar Jackson at 12.
Oh my God. That's your Stafford. That's your
a
Stafford.
horrendous take.
I respect
Okay.
it.
Yes.
I got Kirko Chains at 12.
Like Kirk Love. I have S. Lamar at 12. I have Dak Prescott at 12.
Number 11, I have Justin Herbert. Please be healthy to start week 1. I need you as my fantasy quarterback.
So is this a big injury concern thing?
No,
Who?
I-
Who did
not
you-
really.
Herbert. I feel like Herbert's a decent, not
At
crazy,
11?
but a lot better than 11th.
Correct.
I hate where I have him.
I understand why people want to put Herbert in that top 5, 6 range, but he still hasn't made a playoff. He doesn't have.
He
I mean,
definitely
he
made
has
a
this
playoff.
slow.
He beat
I mean,
the
he doesn't have a
Jaguars.
playoff. He does not have a playoff win.
He has a
He
win.
lost the Jaguars.
They lost.
The
They were up
Chargers
by
lost
like.
that game.
They
Brandon
were up
Staley
by
lost
like
that
40.
game.
I'm a big Herbert guy. I just like the guys above going forward. It's really close though. Like the next 4 or 5 on my scale are.
It's because
very
Harbaugh's
close.
his
That's
head
the
coach
point.
now, so he has no upside.
I feel like well, not that. That was mean, Evan. I think you're factoring in the lack of weapons he has in your. I feel like that's clouding your judgment on Justin Herbert.
Ladd McConkey's
It
good.
could, yeah, it could. I need to see him play with less than amazing weapons, and then we'll know how great he really is, and if he can win with them.
He can. I mean, he only had Keenan Allen. He can sling the ball. Your eye
Mike
test
Williams
stat.
is
He's
a
got to
really-
be 10
Mike
out of
Williams
10
is a really good receiver too.
for 4 games.
Yeah, for 4 games a year.
And then Alex trades him away
Last year.
or trades for
Right before he
him.
gets injured.
Yeah, to Wilkins every year.
Evan,
Okay, 11 for Evan. Nice rhyme.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Nice.
I got Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, a lot of similar names in the teens here. 11. This is where I put Purdy. That's where I felt good about him.
He sucks.
I mean, it's hard to knock the guy. He just keeps winning football games.
Rodrigo
I mean-
picked him off in the NFC Championship.
That is true. He does make big plays though. Okay, top 10. This is where it really gets
my
sweaty.
number 10. You guys are not gonna like, and you guys are gonna call me a hypocrite because he doesn't have a playoff win. He's right next to Herbert. I have Kyler 10. I'm still a big Kyler supporter. I believe
Kyler fan
in
too.
Kyler.
Yeah, I read Connor's brain like a book. If Justin Herbert had Marvin Harrison Jr., they'd be flip flopped. You're just big. This is off of
False.
MH. Yeah,
False.
I just cracked your algorithm.
False. Kyler and Herbert are really close.
10, I have Aaron Rodgers.
Nice. Tip to the old guard. All right.
I got Jalen Hurts 10.
People forget that Alex and I did watch him once and cleared that he couldn't throw, but then he proved us wrong, and he does know how to throw an okay amount.
Not
He
great.
hates his coach, though, which is kind of a crazy dynamic. All right. 10. Connor. This is where Jordan Love slots in my top 10 right here. He's the 10th quarterback in the NFL.
All right, yeah. As long as you guys all have him top 10, I can't debate that because he still is slightly.
I haven't
not all
released the
the
rest
way-
of my 9. You have no idea.
I know he might not be in top 10 for you, but
He's not.
Well,
I think he definitely should.
You might be
What?
16. Alex
be
might have him
16.
I know I've heard stuff from Gilly where I feel like he's definitely top 10. You're a Love believer.
He does love Love.
I was
But no,
on
I
him
think-
way before most.
I was scared, and Alex said you should
Not
be.
before
And I was
Pop-
like,
Actually, I was on Love when I had to watch him in Spartan Stadium. So
I said preseason last year that we should be nervous about Jordan Love. So
Yeah, Grant, I completely respect you having him at 10. I think if you have him outside of top 10, that's a little wild to me. But no.
Depends on. I mean,
that would be wild to you, but having
Matthew
Justin Herbert's
Stafford
in the top
outside
10.
of the 15.
Correct.
I
a
could have
Super Bowl
done
champion.
Purdy easily and made a case since they did play last year. And obviously,
Yeah.
different teams, but yeah.
It's all
There's a world.
opinion based. We can't.
with two of the
you
best
know,
wide receivers
have
on
100%
his team,
accuracy.
with one of the
It's what
best
we
play
want.
callers, with one of the best throwers of the football in the league, is outside your top 15.
9.
Number 9, Jared Goff. I have him
Same.
in the top 10. You can't be upset with me.
Well, I'm not
I have
upset.
Goff at 9 too.
I have Jordan Love at 9.
I have Jordan
Look
Love.
at us.
There we go.
Look at us. Little swapping going on there. You guys had Love
Beautiful.
at 9, which means you guys must have Goff at least higher, which is nice.
Oh,
8.
Daddy.
Jalen Hurts for me.
Who'd you have at 9? You had Goff at 9, Grant?
Goff at 9. Jalen Hurts
Okay.
at 8.
8, I have Dak Prescott.
It's so hard.
Regular
It's
season champ.
disgusting.
He really
Don't
is a
give
good
shit about
regular
the
season
regular season,
quarterback,
Connor.
but it's tough to overlook the postseason, which I could not do for mine.
So disgusting.
I got
Jordan
Goff.
Love.
Goff at 8.
Had to put him one above Jordan Love.
No, what you about to say, silly boy?
Jordan Love spanked on Dak Prescott.
And
That
that's
should
why I
be
had Jordan Love above him.
Okay, I get that, but that should mark Dak Prescott.
I
down
have
even
Jordan Love
farther.
like 1.
No, I don't.
I have Justin Herbert at 8.
Which means Evan has Goff ahead of Herbert. That is
Jared Goff. I also had Goff as the number 1 player on the Lions. Just don't
You
forget
did.
that, everyone. Don't forget that.
Did.
It's true.
Evan, biggest Goff hater to now biggest support.
I got Herbert since he was just said. I got him 7th.
Okay, I have Jalen Hurts, number 7.
That's
you
who
go
you have at
fly.
8?
8, I had Goff.
Oh,
Right.
Yep.
7, I have
7, I have Goff.
Nice.
who's. I put initials for these, and I can't remember one.
What are the initials?
Herbert?
CJ Stroud 7. CJ
Stroud.
You
Um,
just put CS?
Yeah, so I was trying to remember.
You put Connor Stallions as the 7th best
Connor
quarterback?
Stallions. All right. Off that, Alex, I have CJ Stroud at 6.
I have CJ Stroud at 6.
Nice
I have
list,
CJ
Evan.
Stroud at 6 also, but I want to raise this point.
Okay.
Last time I came on here, everyone thought it was so preposterous to have Jordan Love top 5, but thought it was automatic that CJ Stroud after one season is top 5.
I have him at 7, and they have him at 6.
Okay. So my
I'm saying in the past, this was crazy. Like you said, oh, you have Love over Stroud. It's like they're both in. You know,
Grant,
both
not
played
Grant.
1 year and have been great.
Connor, I'm on your side. I think Jordan Love went through a little bit tougher schedule, and everyone's blowing up like the little CJ Stroud because he led his team to the playoff, and then he beat a Joe Flacco led Brown team at home. I'm
Right.
with you.
I mean, I'm
that-
a huge Stroud supporter too, but
I am
think
a
we gotta talk about
Stroud
both of them.
supporter, but I think the hype
We
is
are.
a little too much when we
Stroud
haven't
boys.
seen.
They're
They
both
brought
top-
one of the most cancerous
9.
people into the locker room. Like, how is that going to go?
that could go bad. The
Oh,
actual
Diggs.
counter to your point, Connor, that I think.
one
I
compared to
said-
4 years.
It's just like
I
projection
see-
going forward.
Well, one, you always have to bake in the hype going into the pros. I mean, we did watch. I was not. We can go back and check the tapes. I was very down on CJ Stroud for a long time until I watched the Georgia football game, and then I was like, well, you know what? He's actually going to be pretty good
I
because
wasn't.
he scrambled around. He he made crazy plays against basically an NFL defense.
So you're talking
And
about
then
exceeding expectations, or everyone was just high on him going in? He was still good.
high on him. Like we watched him in. I mean, Jordan Love was
for the
good in
Panthers.
college,
Panthers were
but
not high on him.
played at Utah State. We can't.
No, yeah,
make
I thought
conclusions.
you were taking a point where it's like C.J. Stroud defied all these expectations where people didn't believe in him and loved it.
No.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear the rest of your point.
No, it was more just like he had that pedigree coming into the league, and also, yeah, he's 22, whereas
I agree
Jordan
with
Love is 25, which into the rankings, it's like you were that good immediately. Again, it's only 1 year playing time, which is the same as Love, but one got to wait a little bit and learn from Aaron Rodgers, and one was just thrown into previously a dumpster fire of a franchise. So he gets a little bit of a bump there. But I could have easily put Herbert ahead of him, or Jalen Hurts, honestly. But I'm just going to go with Stroud at 6 because I think and I'm probably biasly factoring in his weapons as well, which I think are going to be nice.
7.
For 5.
No, we're on 6.
No, we just
No,
did.
Evan did
Or
Stroud.
you might have. Yeah, we're all Stroud boys.
Alex, did you do 6?
No, Justin Herbert.
Nice. All right, I'll do 5. I have Matthew Stafford at 5.
Ooh, yeah,
Same.
that's so nice.
I also do.
So
Wow.
nice.
This must be because we watched the playoff game. Connor, did you watch our playoff game last year?
No, I didn't watch the Lions playoff game. No. Yes, I watched them play.
I can't
Who's
get that out of
5
my
for
head.
you, Connor?
Josh Allen.
Oh my god.
5. I got Jalen Hurts at 5. God,
Evan
you do
does
have
love
Jordan
Q-
Love in your top 4.
Evan does love QB power.
You think Jordan Love's better than Josh Allen?
Correct.
That is. It's
You know
spicy.
what? We're gonna say all the same shit as last time, and we're gonna come into next year, and they're both gonna be like the same. It's like, what do you need? One more year from Love to say he's this great phenom?
Well,
I
Josh
do.
Allen
I
did
think he's
win
got a better
his
hit, though.
division.
He's-
Josh
he
Allen
has
won his
a-
division last year, and Jordan Love did not.
Josh Allen's really good
Yeah, that's why I have him at 5.
and more proven and better than Jordan Love.
Yeah,
I mean, Josh Allen is like inches away from probably multiple Super Bowls if the guy Patrick Mahomes just didn't exist.
They
Patrick
were
Mahomes didn't exist. Allen would be by far the
terrible
best QB in
one
the
terrible
league.
defense away from being in the Super Bowl. They covered Travis Kelce.
That's a hot take, Connor.
I still have Josh Allen at 5. It's not like I left him off this list.
Sounds
To
like it.
4.
And I'm going to admit, yeah, I have some bias for Love. I'll admit that.
You don't
Is that what I
say.
hear?
I have zero bias on my list.
I
Lamar.
don't even know if it's typically
Lamar
biased.
at 12.
At the end of
No
this
bias
season,
on my list.
At the end of this season, there's a good I think there's a great chance you guys all consider Love top 5 as well.
I hope not.
Over
I don't think
Josh
so.
Allen. There's no way I'm putting Jordan Love above Josh Allen.
If he gets to an NFC Championship, why not?
Jared Goff got to the NFC.
He would have to win a
Last year.
playoff game in Ford Field. That's not happening.
All right.
Don't declare people because it wins.
So Allen Hurts, Stafford. 4, I have Lamar Jackson here.
What do you
Oh.
consider? What do you consider it off of them? If it's not wins or what stats wise? Because Allen throws a hell of a lot of picks too.
I think-
Turnover guy.
I just think talent-wise, Josh Allen is better.
Josh Allen has more rushing
So-
touchdowns.
Evan did his list.
He's
No,
a big
Evan, you
rushing
can't
player.
do that. You had Lamar at 12. You can't do it off of rushing touchdowns.
4.
Mine changes per quarterback basis.
4, Evan.
4 is Matthew Stafford, one of the best throwers of the football in the NFL right now. Ask Cooper Kupp.
4, I have Lamar Jackson.
Nice pick, Alex. Connor? Love?
Jordan Love is at number 4. The prince that was promised. The next Green Bay legend. The next Super Bowl champion. The 2025 NFL MVP. I already placed my future.
The guy that you love
The
so much
best-
isn't even your fantasy quarterback? Wow, unbelievable.
The best quarterback in the second half of last season is going to keep it going into this 2024 year. Win the division
Connor, I have a
at
question for
12
you.
and 5 and lose to the Niners in the divisional round. Yes, I
Connor, I have a question for you. Can we go back and talk about all the nasty meat things you said about Jordan Love after he lost to the Falcons?
I didn't say a single goddamn word, and you
Are
know
you sure
that.
about that? You sure
Oh
about that?
yes, yes.
Is this in person or
I
the
have been
text?
I have been a Jordan Love guy since the draft.
I was
rated
standing
him-
behind Connor when the Falcons beat the Packers.
Mm.
All right, I've been a through and through. I mean, I trashed Rodgers every time I lost the game too, so you can't ever trust what's said in the moment. Jordan Love, I had ranked over Burrow in that 2020 draft. I have text to prove that he's been my guy even before we drafted.
Well,
Over
that's-
Burrow?
I mean, that's a
Correct.
miss. You just outed yourself
Yeah.
for just getting that one wrong.
Why? I mean, I have Burrow right now, but there's a lot of games left. There's a lot of career left. You don't know what's
That's-
going to happen.
So there is a lot of career left for sure.
2-3.
I don't
Well,
want to hear about Jordan Love anymore.
I do want to say one thing that so people are getting mad at Connor, but you have to understand his brain as a Packer fan, where like if they have a good quarterback in the last 40 years, that quarterback is a top 5 quarterback. So he saw one good year from his quarterback and
Half a year.
he
Half
can't
the
think
season.
right. He can't think in his brain, oh, that's like the 12th best quarterback in the league. Like if you're remotely good wearing green and yellow, he automatically assumes you're top 5. So that's where he's coming
But if
from.
you
right
guys
now.
are having them top 8 too, I feel like having them 4 spots above you is not that crazy.
Yeah, but the 4 spots is a dramatic difference. There's
Yeah,
difference
because
between having them at
there's
8 and then
you
top
you
5.
hit like an elite tier.
And you guys chose to have him as, would you have him at, Evan and Alex?
I'm at 9.
9.
Okay, so after one good half season, quote unquote, you still have him top 10.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these
One good half
quarterbacks, a
season.
lot of people on my list just are. There's a question mark. There's a big question mark in there.
The tier of the top 5 to the tier of the 6 through 10 is just massively different.
Yes, because the top 5 or top 4 really is like you could have shit around you and you still are a problem by yourself on offense, like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, where I
And
don't
everyone
consider.
thought Green Bay's weapons were going to feast shit heading into last year. And now
Yeah, but
Jordan
now
Love has these
everyone thinks
receivers
they have
making them look like the best wide
They have the
receiver
best
room in
weapons
the
in
class.
the NFC.
And
They
who made
did-
that happen? What
they
did Rodgers
did-
do with those weapons?
They did
He
think
made it
that,
happen.
but we know Jalen Reed's a ball player. We know that.
We already knew that.
We know
Watched that
that.
for 4 years, Connor.
Aaron Jones is a ball player.
Stud. I believed him, yeah.
Maybe the national media underrated the Packers' weapons a little bit.
You're biased, Connor. You have to admit that.
I
He did.
already admitted that.
He already
did.
did.
Well,
He did.
So you're not going to convince us otherwise.
It's fine. We'll have the same ranking next year, and we'll see where you have Love. Once
We
he
will.
leads the pack to another NFC divisional loss to the Niners.
Make it a date.
He is humble.
The Super Bowl
He's saying
for
divisional
being in the
loss.
top 5.
Make it a date.
As long as
August
we
26th
make the
next
Super
year.
Bowl, as long as we don't play San Francisco, we'll never beat San Francisco.
If he beats us at home in a playoff game, I'll give him top 5. I'll make that bet right now.
3.
That's what I owe.
Absolutely.
Josh Allen, 3.
Joe Burrow, 3.
Joe Burrow, 3.
Lamar Jackson, 3.
Jackson, 2 Burrows. I had Burrow 2.
Josh Allen, 2.
Josh Allen, 2. Quarterback power.
Joe Burrow, 2. So why is Josh Allen above Burrow, Alex?
Injury probably.
Stay on the field.
Okay.
Quarterback
If
power.
that was injuries don't happen,
Having quarterback power.
would you
Injuries
put,
unfortunately do. Yeah, I would probably take Burrow.
like, are you worried about Burrow's
long?
long-term health?
A little.
Evan Easy on the
Connor,
fence.
Yeah, my
There's
bad.
multiple seasons.
Connor, you said you had
Yes,
Jordan
no,
Love
I-
over
no.
Joe Burrow in the draft, but now you still don't have him over in this.
Yeah, because Burrow made a Super Bowl.
Should have won too. Damn it.
Goff has been to a Super Bowl.
Long-term future, I don't care to have him as on my team.
For Burrow?
Win right now, no, Jared Goff.
Oh, okay.
Win right now, yeah, he's great, but
Jalen Hurts has been to
I
a
like
Super
the
Bowl.
longer future outlook. Jalen Hurts is an evil. He's a runner. Jordan Love's a much better thrower.
What's Lamar Jackson then
2-time MVP.
as a runner?
There's levels to runner. Better
Number
runner
one
than
is
Jalen
Patrick
Hurts.
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Patrick
I think
Mahomes.
Jordan Love has more
Malik
playoff
Willis,
wins
number
than
one.
Lamar Jackson.
Malik Willis.
Mahomes number
He's a
1.
Packer.
Yeah, you got to get his
He is
jersey
a
now.
Patrick
Patrick
Never
Mahomes
forget-
is my number 1.
2 years ago, Grant tried to tell me that Josh Allen was better than Patrick Mahomes and should be number 1 in the league.
Well, Patrick
At the
Mahomes
time-
doesn't run quarterback power.
No, it wasn't at the time. It was never.
I mean,
Josh
if
Allen's never been better than
Alex,
Patrick Mahomes.
like it has changed in the last few years because Josh Allen had a couple bumpy ones, but in those heat of the playoff games when they were losing by 3 points with 14 seconds left and he wins a couple of Super Bowls, people are talking about them a lot closer than they
I
are
might
today.
watch that game tonight.
But that is what happened, though, Grant. The Chiefs won, and they keep winning, and he is the best player on the best team.
Gosh.
Super Bowl champion.
Hey, we all
Not
agreed
biased.
on one. Give us a hand.
We did.
Go Patrick Mahomes.
Good for Mahomes.
Good for him.
Couldn't stand him in that quarterback show, though. I had to skip through.
Let's
I was
hear what
watching-
Wyatt has to say about
That was not the
Mahomes
most
being
pretentious
number
ranking
one.
ever. I'm glad we got through that.
Why's got Baker at number 1?
Probably has Mahomes outside the top 15.
I have Dak outside my top 15.
Yeah, anyone you guys left out? I guess Kirk I left out.
Matthew
I left
Stafford.
out. That's yeah.
My list is perfect.
crazy.
I didn't leave anybody.
never
out who
forgive
deserved
you.
to be in.
If Caleb Williams is good, he probably would be close to 15.
Matthew Stafford plays the Packers this year. I can't wait for him to carve like.
And that is a loss. I marked that up as a loss on our schedule.
Good to know. You knew that ass was coming for you.
All right, let's get into college football now. Probably will be equally as contentious between people disagreeing with each
I'll be
other.
right back.
Maybe the top four won't be as bad.
Why does he
Um,
turn
Oh
his
my
camera?
gosh. 10-6 Packers at Rams 425 on CBS. Jim Nance, Tony Romo on the call.
October 6th, that is?
Yep.
That's good stuff. Should we wait for him to get back?
No.
You can say what you got to say.
No, I was just gonna say we're just gonna do the college football playoff predictions here. List our seeds matchups, and then we'll narrow it down to the final four and your champion. Did you guys think this
Oh, I
exercise
didn't
was hard to
fill
do?
out my bracket.
Well,
I
you
just
need
made my bracket.
Mr. Alex. We're gonna need your top four and your champion.
Guess I'm gonna have to do
Who's
the
gonna win your
bracket?
bracket?
I'll do them live for you.
All right, that works. Honestly, I thought it was kind of tough.
I'll interject right before we start. I will be in Green Bay for the Lions-Packer game November 3rd. Very excited.
Wow.
Cool.
Also for these sorry, Alex. For these rankings, I did choose all the teams I was considering in the playoff and did their schedule. So it was a little bit of a carousel picking this bracket.
Like you looked at each team's schedule to try to help you.
Yeah.
I did a little bit. I just Googled like easiest SEC schedules if I was like between a couple teams. But again,
As Evan
easiest is
knows,
hard to do.
I filled mine out about 5 minutes before the show, just nothing around, just on a sticky note right here. That's all I got. So
Also, shout out to Evan. You didn't miss anyone obvious on your QB list. That's happened to you in our past list where you missed an obvious
Yes,
one.
the Lions list. I missed 2 of them.
Hopefully that doesn't happen in this.
Good thing I thought I could just name off Lions players off the top of my head. Nope, couldn't do that.
I think we should start. Normally, I would go from like the lowest to the top for suspense, but I think it's easiest to start with the 1 seed and work our way down to the other matchups, and then we can pick from there. I'll start us off before I'm at my 1 seed.
Wait, I have a question. I have a quick question. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys have any teams in your playoff bracket that you think will shock the rest of us?
Besides my
Potentially.
like group of 5 team, I don't know.
Well, group of 5, I assume we're all picking from like the same 3 schools. I
That's
have
what I
one
said.
school that I feel like won't be on your guys' bracket.
Army.
Well, we should say,
Oh.
trust tree here, how many of us in this call right now would have had Florida State as our 3 seed if they didn't lose to Georgia Tech?
3 seed,
I
no.
would've.
In the playoff,
Oh, not
yes.
as 3 seed, no.
Hmm.
It,
3 seed,
I
no.
would have had
Playoff,
them in,
yes.
but I had the same ACC.
Well, because
champ.
that's the hardest part for me is when you look at the top 4 seeds, I'm already realizing I'm going to complain about this format because I just think it gets wonky when you're giving teams a bye when there's a lot of teams that are actually better than them that are further down.
Conference champions.
So
1 seed,
Ohio State for me.
Same.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Okay, 2 and 2.
I don't want to. Yeah, so at my 2 seed, I have Georgia. The thing
Same.
about Georgia, Connor, you did look at the schedules. Did their schedule worry you? They have a insane schedule.
Yes, but I also
And they're all on the
here's
road.
thing.
All
I have
yes, they're all on the road.
I have them in Ohio State. No, Clemson's out. Or is Clemson neutral?
It's
It's
Atlanta.
neutral. It's in Atlanta, so it's a home game.
So I have Georgia and Ohio State having the same record, but Georgia having wins over Clemson, Texas, Ole Miss, and Tennessee, and I'll leave out who I have as the team playing in the SEC title game. But I have them 1, Ohio State 2.
So do you have Georgia with a loss?
Yes, I have their 1 loss to Bama.
I don't see how Georgia. They could go undefeated. I'm not gonna say I can't see how.
Nick
they have
Saban
a-
told me on College
gauntlet.
Game Day that Georgia, until someone beats them, you got to pick them. So I'm going to follow Coach Saban's advice. So Georgia won.
Bama
Ohio
beat
State
'em.
2.
Anyone else watch
Yeah,
the entire
he did.
game day? I
He's
watched the
not
entire game day. It was so enjoyable not having Lee Corso on there.
I watched most of it.
He'll be
Oh,
back
God.
next week, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna watch it next week. I don't care.
Let's go to Big Noon.
3 seed.
3 seed. I have my team, my bandwagon team, Miami, Florida. This is the 3 seed of the ACC champs.
I have the Big 12 champion Utah Utes.
3 seed, I have the Clemson Tigers representing the ACC.
I have the Clemson Tigers as well.
Good job, Alex. Good pick.
One loss in the year.
Of
To who?
course, it's Dabo.
Georgia, week 1.
All right. Yeah, team talent composite. They were top 5. You think about Clemson.
No
people-
transfer portal. Dabo doesn't like transfers.
The only team besides the service academies did not take a transfer. Kind of wild.
Holy f-
Think about.
That's a wild stat.
You want a little trap game for Clemson? I would say Clemson at Virginia Tech, November 9th. Could be a
November
dicey one.
9th.
November
And
9th.
they play Florida State too.
Oh my
That's not
God.
a guarantee.
Get your asses to Blacksburg that night because that is going to be sold out. If you watch game day, Pat McAfee told us that Virginia Tech's returning 20 of their 22 starters.
And they have a solid quarterback.
Yes, Brent
Like they-
Pry, head coach. Where'd he come from? Alex, don't say. Brent Pry's the head coach of Virginia Tech. Where'd he come from?
Western Michigan.
Brent Pry.
Liberty.
Michigan State.
Alex, you have any guess? Brent Pry was where before he got the head coaching job?
Oh, I
at
thought Alex
Virginia
knew,
Tech?
so I just started guessing.
I assumed he
schools that-
knew. That's why I said don't guess.
Oh,
Before he
TCU.
took the
Before he took the
Who were we
Virginia
talking
Tech
about?
job. Brent Pry.
Ole Miss.
Pry it out of you.
False. He was the defensive coordinator at Penn
Penn
State.
State.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know that guy. I looked it up.
Oh.
I Googled it.
Thought you just need a little hint there and you would have got it.
So Miami, 3 ACC schools, Clemson, Miami, and then you did Utah, Connor. Okay, 4 seed, I did Utah. I took them as my
4
Big
seed,
12
I
champ.
did Utah.
4 seed,
I
I
hate-
did Clemson.
4 seed, I did Oklahoma State.
Oh, my Gundy.
Hey.
Gundy's drinking and driving. The boys got to be playing good.
Yes, Alex, you're the same top 4.
Evan, keep an eye on their week 1 game. They played the best team in FCS. South
Colorado
Dakota State.
State's the best team.
South Dakota
I think
State,
for,
reigning champs.
They are.
Number 1 team in FCS.
I think for the rest of them, we should give the matchup.
I am.
Give your 5-12 versus all of us saying our 5.
I am. That's how I have it set
Okay.
up.
Just want to make sure.
Oh.
My matchups are hot.
Did you guys feel good about the Big 12? I feel terrible about my Big 12 pick.
Okay, I
Feel
was
great
filling this
about
out because I started with my top 4
Wow,
teams.
so good.
Well, I was like, somebody has to win the Big 12. I want to go off script a little bit. Then I started my bottom, and then I worked from the top down, like the best teams that were going to be in it. And I was like, there's like 2 spots I was debating between a couple teams. And I was like, God, there's got to be another Big 12 team that's going to make it. I was like, no, there's not. It's going to be one Big 12 team.
I almost had the Fighting Lance Leapolds in the playoff,
Lance Lee shit.
but I had.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't think their schedule's easy, but I didn't want to.
Kansas, they lost their offensive coordinator. He's now
Big
where?
12 is going to be chaos. No one knows.
Kansas
Kansas
offense
is
coordinator is now
Penn State.
Oh, good Paul Grant. Good job.
I could sit down with the Big 12 sweat and they could convince me of 8 teams that could win that conference. Like you could legitimately go through 8 teams and tell me like they have a shot and I would believe you. That might be the best conference
Maybe to
in
get
college
the
football.
playoff. I feel very good about Utah winning the Big 12.
But kind of the only team that's getting in the playoff is probably who wins it.
I have
With
another-
all the
I
they're
have
going
2
to
Big 12 schools.
cannibalize.
There's a lot of people that think Matt Campbell's team's gonna
Me.
sneak up on some people.
I have a ticket. I put my money there. Rocco backed. People forget Matt Campbell was going to be an NFL or Michigan's coach like 2 years ago. The guy can coach football. He just is going through a down cycle.
Lost
He
Brock
cussed
Purdy.
out a fan.
Yes,
A
he
lot
did.
of fans deserve to be
He
cussed
did
out.
cuss
Who gives
out a
shit?
fan. That was when it was hot seat for Matt Campbell. Deep cut for Michigan Twitter. People would always post the Campbell soup. Just picture when everyone wanted Matt Campbell as the coach. That I'll never forget that.
He wanted to be Michigan State's coach this offseason. We weren't interested.
What?
Good for Alan Haller.
Campbell Soup, shout out, bleep this. Colby and
Okay.
Jason will know shit up there. You guys don't know, do you?
Yes, I do.
Evan does. The
You
mom,
should have just
the
left that
mom-
in there. Just shout out. You should have just shout out her name.
Their entire kitchen was just painted Campbell Soup with little dolls on shelves. Terrifying.
Oh my god! With that transition, our 5 through 12 versus 12. I have Oregon versus UTSA.
Oh.
The Roadrunners.
Whoa.
I like
Spicy.
they,
That's
now.
hot in the streets.
They have a new quarterback, which could blow this whole thing up. But they have played some good football the last few years. Some really good football, and their schedule looks pretty easy.
They have a. Do they play Nebraska week 1 or is that UTEP?
That's UTEP.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Fighting Dave Warners, come on.
So I have an 11-1, or I guess 12-1 conference champ getting in because I didn't want to like give a Liberty that was 13. So I have Memphis as a 12 seed getting in,
The hot
the
pick.
American champs, playing Oregon at 5.
Nice.
I have Oregon playing at home against the Boise State Broncos.
Have you seen a picture of their quarterback?
Punched a Boise State player once.
Garrett Blunt. That was
Do you know what their
at
quarterback
Boise
looks like?
What about it?
If you've seen a picture of him, you wouldn't pick him as your 12 seed.
You know they play each other this year too, right?
I believe in Boise State.
Yeah, they do in like week 2 or 3.
That's why I was kind of skeptical. I had them as my next team that I was going to choose, but I was just skeptical that happened.
I have the same matchup as Alex. I have Oregon versus Boise State.
So Oregon will not be the 5 seed because there's no way the 4 of us are correct about that. I don't know about how
I feel
you
good
guys
about them 5.
brains worked. I have them winning. They'll beat Ohio State at home in that night game, and then they'll lose the Big Ten championship game.
Same.
That's exactly how I have it.
So Ohio State.
Yep.
Yes.
That's how I foresee it happening.
I have the same.
Okay. 6 versus 11. Now this is hot. This is a hot matchup.
Spicy time.
This is a hot matchup.
Spicy time.
This is Kalen DeBoer's Alabama Tide in year 1. He keeps it rolling with a sick run game, and he goes and hosts Elmer Fudd himself, Mike Elko, Texas A&M, the 11 seed in the playoffs. They beat Notre Dame. They only need one more game. They're 11-1, and they are your 11 seed.
So who did they lose to then? You have them losing to Texas or beating Texas?
I don't know. They lose one of their games.
Great pick, Grant.
I'd have to go look. Texas could be. They have another big game in the middle.
They play
Pulling it up
LSU, Missouri, Texas.
About it.
It's really easy. I mean, LSU's at home.
Texas is on Thanksgiving Friday night.
Honestly,
Friday.
they might lose. They might lose at Auburn and then beat Texas the next
I
week.
have
So they might
Fighting
just
Irish.
lose.
You
Auburn.
better look out for Peyton Thorne. You're damn right.
Yeah.
Aggies.
Who?
All right, I'll
Whoever.
go.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
My 6. We're gonna be there in October. The LSU Tigers, number
That
6.
is spicy.
That is
Shit.
very spicy.
Big old
So high for him.
LSU will host number 11 Kansas State
Ew.
from the Big 12.
Better than Will
Great
Howard.
matchup.
Their quarterback.
Chris Kleiman,
It's a lot of purple.
that's their coach, I believe, right?
Well, that year, Will Howard would have been a top 4 seed.
You're questioning your 11 seeds coach, Connor. I hope you know the 11 seed
because
coach's
the
name.
Big 12 schedule, I have them. Well, I have them losing one game in the regular season to Colorado, which they could easily go 12-0, but I have them losing to Utah in the Big 12 title.
That was what, 2022?
Do you think a 2-loss Big 12 team gets in?
I do.
That doesn't win the title.
Uh,
I just
Yes.
I don't think Ward Manuel and
He
his buddies
does.
are going
He
to see
just
it that
said.
way. I know,
Yes,
but I
I
just
do believe
don't
that.
think that
I
they're
have
going
my
to see it that way.
my first 5 out that I can give once we're done with this.
Kansas State's losing at Iowa State November 30th as well,
No,
so
they're
I don't know
not.
if you factor that in or not. But
Iowa State's
All right. My
uh,
6-11 is super naughty hot rematch from the regular season. I got the University of Texas at Austin hosting the Oklahoma Sooners.
oh, that's great.
Red
God,
River.
give it to us twice a year, you naughty
Yeah.
boy.
Question, Alex.
People forget last year that Oklahoma was 12. They were right on the cusp of this 12.
Who's Texas lose to? Who wins the regular season game?
Texas schedule is nasty as well.
Texas beats Oklahoma in the regular season.
Oklahoma.
Question, Alex.
Beats
They have a
Michigan in the
gauntlet.
regular season.
Gauntlet.
Question,
One
Alex.
of the gauntlet.
Yeah.
When we did our practice about the most likely favorite team to
Yes.
lose, you did pick Texas. So was that just for the
Correct.
exercise, or are you nervous about this pick?
No, I don't feel very good about Texas at all, but I felt like I couldn't leave them out.
Because you don't want to get bullied at work.
No, no one listens to this. I just
Aw.
just didn't feel like they're just too talented to not make the playoff. I guess I could have had them in a different seed, but
Yeah. All right.
6-11.
Evan? I love the matchup, though. I love the matchup.
I also have Texas as my 6th seed, but they are hosting former Big 12 rivals, the Missouri Tigers.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh,
Ooh.
Drinkowitz, you
Yeah.
can't quit him.
I think
And
he's
if you look
drinking
at
that
their
disgusting Kool-Aid.
schedule
It's
in the
pretty,
Winnable.
SEC, winnable.
pretty easy.
So
Very
winnable.
winnable.
Best receiver in the country.
They have one of the best receivers in the country. You never know.
Lost their defensive coordinator, though, to Connors.
LSU
6 seed.
Tigers.
Yeah. Okay. 7 versus 10. This is also just a beautiful, beautiful matchup. Ole Miss hosting the Michigan Wolverines.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Grant, you would so
There's an
go
RJ.
down there so fast.
I would not,
My matchup's better.
but I do love that matchup between the flash of Lane versus the smash of Michigan.
You like that
Flash of
matchup?
Lane
How
versus-
about this 7-10 Alabama, Texas? That.
Who's the
It'll be a
7?
classic.
Who's the 10?
Alabama 7, Texas 10.
Texas is
spicy.
10?
I got Alabama
So you're saying
Mm.
Texas is a
Side.
2-loss?
hosting in a rematch the University of Michigan.
Oh, wow. That's
My matchups are naughty.
as Evan says, that's a network dream right there. They will make
My
that happen if they
matchups
can.
are naughty.
Yes, they will. It's all
2 new
about the-
Yeah,
coaches, though.
National championship coach rematch, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michigan had 2 losses then, or getting in with 3?
I think they get in with 3.
Well, they'll be
Oh my
banned, so it
God.
doesn't matter.
3 I don't think they get 1-3 for the record, but that will be
My
the last
third
segment.
loss
Quick with the
is,
predictions.
in a different game.
Big 10 title game?
Whoa!
What the
No,
fuck?
I don't know how he's getting to that.
No, no, he doesn't.
Oh.
Because Ohio State
And he has Oregon and Ohio State at 1 and 5.
Oh, yeah.
How does that happen? Tell me how it happens.
I guess if they just lost to Texas and then they beat
Lose to
Oregon
Michigan
head to head,
State.
if they lost to
Lose to-
Texas, beat Oregon, lost to Ohio State, they only have 1 Big Ten loss and they own the
So
head to
what
head
was
over
your
Oregon.
rankings? So 7 and 10.
Alabama 7, Michigan 10.
So Michigan's 10. They're playing in the conference championship, so they got to be ranked higher than Oregon to get in the conference championship because there's no divisions anymore. And so you're telling me they drop 5 spots because they lost to the number 1 ranked team in the country, Ohio State Buckeyes.
3 losses to Oregon's 1 loss.
That means we lose to Ohio State back-to-back weeks. That would suck.
So that means Oregon beats Ohio State. So Ohio State
Yes.
can't beat 2,
Yeah, they can.
but they have 1 loss. So that means Oregon would be ranked higher than Ohio State because Oregon beat
But Oregon has 1 loss.
We trapped Alex. We have him trapped.
put him in a
Michigan
body
State.
bag.
They
Insert
lose
him.
to Michigan State.
Just say they're 10-2 and they're the 10th seed. That's all you had
Guys,
to
I
say.
had Michigan 9-3, and they lost to the 3 I expected them to lose.
If you just
okay?
would've
I just
said,
tried to
like,
see
hey-
if you guys could get excited.
I'm not excited because Michigan won't be in it.
9-3.
7 and 10 matchup. I have Ole Miss Lane Train hosting Grant's ACC champ, the Miami Hurricanes.
I love that. That's quarter. That game might be 55-50. That would be a great game of football.
Mario Cristobal might not take a knee and lose to Lane Kiffin on some Houdini
We're
stuff.
learning from that. We're learning from that.
I don't think he will.
Georgia Tech was a good team. We learned that this past week.
Yes.
They rattled them. Okay. 8-9 is going to make Evan puke. The front half is. It's going to be Penn State hosting LSU. We've always wanted a team from the South. We've always wanted a team from the South to travel to Happy Valley, Big Ten country, in the middle of winter, and we're going to get it. And we're going to see
Whiteout.
if Brian Kelly and Nussmeier can sack up and go into Happy Valley and beat the big arm of Drew Aller. Couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Be easily done.
What would the spread be in that game?
Penn
LSU
State.
be still favored?
Penn
No.
State
Home
minus
field, it'd be
1.5,
Penn State.
2.5.
Yeah, less than a field goal, I think.
My 8-9, I have the Catholics of Notre Dame
Ew.
taking on Ole Miss.
I do like that matchup, though.
Gold versus the red.
I have the Nittany Cats hosting at night a playoff game in Happy Valley and bringing the Lane Train to town.
Oh, wow. Rematch of last year's Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another rematch. for me.
Doesn't it kind of suck all the rematches, or no?
No,
So we have
it's gonna be
all Ole
awesome.
Miss at 9.
It's like the top 15 teams are usually the top 15 teams like for like 3 or 4 years.
Penn State's been in the top 15 for like 20
Penn
years
State would have
as well.
made the playoff every single year like the last 5 years.
I have
a
Ole Miss
10-2
at
Penn State, not in.
I don't have Penn
10
State
to
Why
Penn
would I
State,
put Penn
not
State
in. Interesting.
So what's your 8-9, Evan?
My 8-9 is Alabama gets to host the Catholics from the North.
Oh,
That's a bloodbath.
it's a good matchup.
You think anyone's going to tackle Jalen Milroe? No.
Just send the
Ryan
Popes at
Urlacher's
him.
son might. Ryan Clark's son might.
Maybe. Because this is going to get chaotic with the matchups. We should have each person block off theirs and go till they have a winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll start it. I'll run you through. So I have
That'll
number
be
one,
live.
Ohio State playing LSU, which means LSU beat Penn State on the road. Crazy. Then I have Georgia playing Ole Miss. Ole Miss beats Michigan at home. Then I have Miami, Florida hosting Alabama. Alabama beats Texas A&M. And I have Utah versus Oregon. Oregon obviously beats UTSA. My final four, I have Ohio State beating LSU. And I have Oregon beating Utah. So OSU versus Oregon on one side of the bracket. Then I got Georgia beating Ole Miss. And I have Alabama pulling the upset on paper versus Miami, Florida. So then you have Georgia, Alabama. So you got the heavy hitters in the final four. Then I have OSU versus Georgia in the championship game. Georgia, your national champions.
Yeah,
Georgia.
there's a good chance, I assume, that all our national championships are the same. I'll go
Maybe.
through mine. I have Ole Miss taking down Notre Dame, but Georgia beating Ole Miss. So Georgia's in the Final Four. I have Oregon over Memphis and beating Clemson to get to the Final Four.
Mhm.
I have Bama over Texas, but then losing to Will Howard and the Buckeyes.
Mm.
And then I have my LSU Tigers beating Kansas State and Utah. I drank the Kool-Aid. So my Final Four is
You smell like corn dogs, Connor. You're an LSU fan. You smell like corn dogs.
I have Georgia over Oregon in the Final Four, Ohio State over LSU, Georgia over Ohio State.
Damn. Same championship game. Makes sense. Who wants to go next between the last two?
I'll go.
Live.
Oregon beats Boise State. Oregon beats Utah. Final four.
Nice.
Penn State beats Ole Miss. Georgia clobbers Penn State by 50.
He said that for Evan's
Georgia.
well-being.
Final four. Oklahoma beats Texas.
Wow.
Oh, upset. Then they play Oklahoma Clemson.
Oh my God.
Rematch
Oklahoma
from
in
the
the final?
2014 Orange Bowl.
You better put
Yeah,
Oklahoma in the
Clemson.
final.
Dab over
Oh.
Venables.
Oh, storyline,
God,
Connor.
my
Good job. Good
matchups
pull.
are so good. I got Alabama over Michigan, and I got Ohio State over Alabama.
So then you have your final four.
Oregon, Georgia, game one I
Oh,
have
Dan
Georgia.
Lanning will be
Bowl.
smart again.
by a field goal. Got Clemson, Ohio State,
Jeff
Part
Okuda.
What, part
State,
9?
round
That's
four.
Ohio State, part 9?
28 points. And then we have Ohio State, Georgia. in the
Oh,
national
wow.
Championship.
Who'd you pick?
White's listening.
Gotta go Georgia.
Wow.
Three Georgia.
Same national championship game, same national championship, the first three. All right,
They're
Evan.
clearly
see what
the
you
two
do.
best teams.
Okay, Oregon beats the brakes off of Boise State, then beats the brakes off of Oklahoma State. Oregon's Final Four. Bama beats Notre Dame at home. Ohio State beats Bama. Ohio State's in the Final Four. Texas beats Missouri at home. Texas upsets Clemson. Texas is in the Final Four. Ole Miss beats the Hurricanes.
Yes.
Ole Miss versus Georgia. Georgia
Oh,
beats the Lane Train. Georgia in the Final Four. So top of the bracket, Ohio State, Oregon, part 3 on the year. Ohio
So absurd.
State is in the championship game. Down on the bottom, Texas and Georgia. Georgia beats Ohio State. Ohio State, national champions.
So does
same.
everyone have Georgia,
championship
Ohio
game.
State, and Oregon in their Final Four?
Yep.
Yes.
What could go
Then
wrong?
you're random, so I have LSU. And who do you guys have?
Clemson.
I have OSU, Oregon, Georgia, Alabama. So mine's Alabama.
Bama.
I have Texas as my final four.
I think what we learned, again, I think I sent it in the 517 crew chat. If you get that 5 seed, and you get the Power 5 champion and the Big 12 champion, that is the draw.
The 5 seed is
like.
the best because you're either going to get the ACC or Big 12.
Yeah, but then you run into Georgia or Ohio State in the semifinals.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you got to play. I'd rather do that than the example I think that Josh Pate had, where you're Ohio State and you play like an 8 seed Alabama or Georgia.
yeah,
I would not want to do that.
If you're Oregon, you really want Ohio State to be the 1 seed. I don't think they match up with Georgia nearly as good as an Ohio State.
Yeah, I would agree.
Much rather rematch with them.
You would always
I would
want
just
to buy, though.
Avoid the Georgia side, and you got a chance to make the national championship game.
Unless you're Memphis or Boise State.
Well, you're just happy to be there.
Yeah, you don't,
Or
you don't put it
Utsa.
on. Utsa. Oh yeah, or Utsa. I guess my only notable is I did decide to go a little bit different. I left Texas out of mine. That could easily be just completely wrong. That was the one team when I was looking at. Like, I'm
Tough
gonna leave them
schedule.
out.
They could lose 3 games and not get in. They could
Just to
also
see
go 11-1.
Quinn Ewers struggling, and then the Arch Manning noise gets loud, and then it just becomes a kind of a crazy season. I don't know
People
though.
view Quinn Ewers as like the best QB or one of the best in the entire country. You think he's going to struggle?
If they lose to Michigan, it's going to get loud.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose to Michigan.
Hey, people view quarterbacks
Right.
differently, Alex.
What if it's like the year Michigan State
Nice
and Notre
job.
Dame played and they were both top 10? Michigan State destroyed them. Kind of. They came back late. And then it turns out both teams are absolute cheeks.
both teams are absolutely ass.
Like, what are the chances Michigan and Texas have some epic game and then both teams
It'll
suck?
suck. Very not likely.
It depends on what you say suck is, but they could easily like play a great game and then struggle in
Like,
their
both
conference.
missed the playoffs.
Well, I guess in Michigan's case, they could still lose to USC, so they could have 3 more losses on the schedule, and Texas could easily have 3 more losses in their SEC schedule. So yeah, they could both play a great game and then both end with 3 losses.
That would be wild.
Yeah, 'cause
So
the winner of
who-
that game is seen as like a guaranteed playoff, like right them in.
Nah,
Yeah.
not with their schedules.
I mean, for
Grant, you have
Michigan,
Michigan-
Michigan, if
Texas?
Michigan wins, yeah.
Yeah, but each of them, like, all right, they win that game, and then everybody's going to project them. Okay, they could actually upset one of the teams, or, Michigan fans are going to be drinking the Kool-Aid and thinking, well, we get Oregon at home.
oh yeah, it'll be being
We
chugged.
beat
if they
Ohio
beat
State the
Texas.
last 3 years. We can do it again.
Yes.
Michigan beats Texas. I feel like it's going to be tough for them to miss.
Yep.
'Cause now they have
I
really
feel
good
like, too,
drops
because
in
even if you have 2
They're
losses,
not
you lose
losing
to
to USC
Oregon
if they
and Ohio
beat- if they
State.
beat Texas.
So, literally, Michigan season is you beat Texas, you're in the playoff. Wow, that
As
easy.
long as you don't get upset.
You
by
stop
them.
watching after the second week, Grant.
Yeah, and Connor, your question. What do I have? I've talked myself into more. This is the last part of the segment here for the transition. We're going to finish it out with our
Before you start that,
yes.
who's your guys' first 2 teams let out? Like, who's your first team out and second team out?
I didn't get that.
Mine would probably have to be Texas and Notre Dame, just based on rankings.
Mine would be
Notre Dame.
Mine's Missouri and Penn State.
mine's Penn State and USC.
Okay.
Notre Dame and
Just think if
insert
Notre
Big Ten
Dame-
SEC school.
If Notre Dame loses to A&M and Florida State, and their only big win is like USC, they probably will because of the brand, but that would just be gross based on other SEC teams
I
getting
have-
left out.
Notre Dame's only loss to Georgia Tech.
Oh, God damn it.
Connor.
That's a random loss. That's we'll come back here.
Georgia Tech might be in the playoff then, based on.
I just have
Georgia Tech
questions
could be.
about Marcus Freeman, not even Riley Leonard. I just don't know. Like, I watched him lose to Marshall. I don't know
Yeah.
about Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's a bad beat.
I just don't know about them.
That was 2 years ago.
He's got swag. He talks well. He's really charismatic. I just don't
They
know
almost
about,
beat
like-
Ohio State last year.
They did do that, but they had a generational talent, Alex, that you're very aware of. Audric Estime. You were on him from the jump. We used to watch his highlight tape in Birmingham as a Michigan State recruit.
It was so
Yeah,
good.
it's tough.
Jerome Bettis 2.0. So
He's
All
now
right,
back for the record.
we're going to wrap it out with our final record predictions on the record for Michigan and Michigan State. Do you guys have a preference of what team we do first?
Nope.
Let's go Wolverines.
Let's go Wolverines. I'll go last. No, I'll go
Mid-range.
first. I'll put it out there. I'll get the positive one. So I think you guys have caused me to do some reflection about my program. Should I be higher on them? Because initially, I think
5
if
new
we,
offensive linemen. Whew.
if we went 2 months ago, I think I was like pretty confident in 8-4, and then got to 9-3, and then now as I sit here today, less than a week before kickoff, I'm at 10-2. That's where I land at with a playoff berth. Yeah. I think, for the sake of prediction, for being right in my heart of hearts, I should say I do think this team can go 12-0. It's just they have a huge wild card under center. If Alex Orji is Jalen Milroe-esque, they can definitely beat Ohio State and Columbus. But for the sake of wanting to be right for a prediction, I think they'll lose that game, and I think they lose one of two between Oregon and Texas. So I think they go 10-2.
Can they have a shot against Oregon?
Yeah, at home, yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
9-3.
my record, 9-3. Lost, Texas, Oregon, Ohio State. I think if the way they play Texas will obviously decide the season. If they lose by, if they can cover 10 points, I think they go 9-3. If they lose by double digits, I'd say they lose to even USC. Because I'm pretty high. I like USC a lot too. But
Yeah.
9-3,
I do like
9-3
that
miss the
quarterback.
playoff.
9-3 make the playoff, and I think they lose to Oregon and Ohio State, and then I don't know who else they lose to, but I think they're gonna drop a weird game, like a
But beat Texas.
Washington weird strange game. But I do think they'll probably beat Texas.
Wow.
On that.
I like that.
I got Michigan at 8-4. I said it all along since the summer started.
We lost to USC.
I like USC. I like Lincoln Riley and his offense. Defense, but Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, I chalked those up for L's. And like Alex said, it's amateur college football. You never know where you can drop one. It could be USC. It could be at Washington on a long trip. It could be at Minnesota. Hell, Illinois gave you a fight 2 years ago. You didn't think you'd be in that dogfight at home.
Just like how Notre Dame could lose to Georgia Tech. Just random.
Or they
Connor-
did lose to Louisville last year.
Connor, to your point about you mentioned the Oregon game, I kind of view Oregon and Texas the same since they're both at home. I don't know. I don't think they're that different of a team per se. I mean,
You have Oregon at 5 and Texas not in the playoff, though. So you got to think Oregon's better.
no,
By a
that's
decent
more
margin.
conference.
Schedule-wise?
Yeah, it's more conference depth. I mean, if you look at Oregon, like I do have a lot of respect for Dylan Gabriel. I was full on him for Oklahoma, but it still is Dylan Gabriel, and Bo Nix played phenomenally well for them last year. Like if
They didn't
Dylan
make it,
Gabriel, if Dylan Gabriel plays his best season, is it that much better statistically than Bo Nix's season last year? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think this Michigan roster would beat Oregon's team from last year. Absolutely not.
Yeah, well, it all depends on the quarterback. But like the other
There's other
talent,
things that matter. I think.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that
I think Michigan's offensive line is way more questionable than everyone is just auto penciling them in to just be just as good when they're lifelong backups. People can get mad, and they're going to continue to get mad about me saying that, but I have to see it before I'm just going to anoint them another great offensive line.
that's fair about the offensive line. They haven't played as starters together, so that is true.
And no Blake Corum.
And
Who's
no
way
Blake
better
Corum.
than Donovan Edwards.
Who is going to just be a
Both
problem?
average at best.
He's going to look so
Evan.
good behind center with Matthew Stafford this year, and Evan's going to be like, damn it. I wish he didn't have to hand him the ball off.
I think he got cut. I just saw the news.
No, we didn't.
He's going to be good. I do think he's going to be good for the Rams.
Fantasy sleeper.
He's
I
gonna get
think
10
so,
carries
Connor.
all year.
I think so.
Hey,
Kyron-
Kyron Williams
injury-
goes down
Yeah, the whole Rams staff is actually gonna get hurt, so he actually can get some snaps.
like Corum.
If this was a world where Kyron Williams did get hurt, Blake Corum would be like a league winner.
But Blake Corum could get
100%.
hurt.
He
I
could
don't know
also
what
get
you
hurt.
got against Blake Corum, Evan. Game, respect, game.
He's extremely overrated.
He's a very good college running back. He's not Kenneth Walker, but
Crazy to think if he doesn't blow out his ACL against Illinois, we don't even get his last year. Like he goes to the pros. We never get the
could
last
have won the
season.
Heisman. He was going to win the Heisman. Don't forget.
He was going to be invited for sure.
Must be nice.
He was going to get invited that year. All right. MSU. Wait, I don't want to go too long, but Alex, do you think 9-3 Michigan would get in?
Because they have the signature win over like Texas or someone.
It would have to be Texas because if they beat USC, that's not going to
USC
be.
Yeah,
No,
put them over the line.
I think they beat Texas, and that'll like put them in.
Find
9-3,
out.
and you're looking at the crop when you're looking at some shitty 10-2 Missouri team.
Whoa.
They got the brand. Come on, dude. They're gonna get in.
If Michigan goes
There's no
9-3,
chance. 10-2.
no, if Michigan goes 9-3, I think only 3 Big Ten teams would get in that case. Penn State would probably be 10-2 and get in, or 11-1.
We got 2 9-3 teams in.
Who's your other one?
Oklahoma 9-3-11 seed.
Hmm.
Kirk Herbstreit
So you
said
think-
there's going to be 9-3 teams in this playoff, and I think those 2 teams are both going to be 9-3.
But not if there's going to be 10-2 SEC teams.
I think it depends
Yeah,
on the
I
team
agree.
and who they play.
So does a 10-2? Because I have Penn State at 10-2 and Michigan at 9-3. Both
Penn
those
State's
teams
in.
not getting in. Could a 9-3 Michigan get it over a 10-2 Penn State that doesn't even have any type of win?
In my
If Mich-
scenario, Penn State's 8 and Michigan's 10. So no,
No, I mean, I think Penn State would get in over them.
unless Penn State lost to like Northwestern.
Because Penn State's going to look. Penn State's going
Lost
to
to
look so
USC
good.
and Ohio State.
Penn State's
Michigan
going to beat their
features.
last 4 opponents of the year by like 40 points, and they're going to look so sick and just be a paper tiger in the playoff.
They also run the ball very well, so I think they just murder teams up there.
James
I don't even
Franklin.
need Drew Aller.
Tom Allen. Michigan State. Very interesting team. Let the record show. Mine's pretty simple. I placed the bet for the over on their win total, which I think was
4.5.
I think it was 4.5. Anyways, I have them at 6-6. I'm planning on cashing my bet, so I'm going to take them 6-6, make a bowl game.
I have Michigan State at 7-5. Losses the core 3: Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan lose those. I also have them losing to Maryland week 2 and losing to Illinois. I think they beat
Oh.
Iowa and Boston College. Not even necessarily that I know anything about Illinois. Just feels like a stupid things happen in college football. You know, you go on the road when you're not in an above average team and you're kind of in that middle of the pack where you can definitely lose a game to the Fighting Bielema's. 7-5, make a bowl game, Pinstripe Bowl, beat Wake Forest again.
See you there.
Nice.
I'm also with Connor on the record 7-5, but I'm not with him on who we lose to. Do I know who we lose to? No idea. Oh, crazy things can happen, Connor. I get that. But I feel good about coming out of the gate since we're fully healthy. Now the depth and the roster overall, like you get later in the year, no idea what's going to happen with that. I don't think we have enough talent offensively to get to 8 or 9 wins. So I see us at 7-5. 100%. I'll be honest. I'm a Michigan State fan and diehard Michigan State fan. My only goal this year is to get to a bowl game. That means 6-6. That means 6-6. Get
And
to a bowl
8-2.
game. Get those extra practices. Get your team worth fighting something for, and just get some positive energy in that football building that's been drained the last year and really the 2 years, but last year was brutal.
Just show me Aiden Childs as the guy, and that's all I care about.
I would like to see his development.
Show me he's the guy and that we could potentially knock on a 9-win season next year.
Childs.
And maybe start thinking playoffs halfway through the year. Maybe.
Playoff.
Maybe. Childs, I would just love him to play all 12 games. That's 100% fact. I honestly don't really I do care a little bit. But the growth of him, playing in 12 games is way more important than him playing in 4 or 5 games. If he sucks, he's going to suck against Ohio State and Oregon. 100%. I know it. Entire teams are going to suck. I just want him to be healthy and play in all 12 games.
Okay. I have Michigan State 6-6.
Oh,
I think they will drop a game between Maryland and Boston College because this is a young, inexperienced team.
we're going to lose to Bill
Mm.
O'Brien.
I think they're going to lose that 3
Alex, question for you. Does this help
Wait.
or hurt you? Boston College, back-to-back weeks, they play the Missouri Tigers and Michigan State Spartans. Does that help you or hurt you?
Oh.
that probably helps Boston College to be, prepared.
Red bandana game though
Saw a good
They're going to
team.
miss Jeff
cancels
Athlete.
out.
It's night game. ACC.
Are they though, Gunner?
Yes, Jeff Athlete. is
ACC
the
Network. Hopefully you have it. It's gonna
Dude,
be. Oh my
we've
gosh.
lost all these marquee non-conference road games, other than the one we went to. Like we've been losing them every year.
guy. It's an established night game.
Nah,
It's a
I mean,
red bandana game.
It says TBA on here, but it feels like an ACC network
like,
prime
for
timer.
example, we
point.
lost. We didn't know Washington was going to be that good. We got smoked by them twice. We lost to Arizona State twice 2 years.
Washington's
in a row.
different.
We beat Miami.
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
Other
we
than
did.
that, like
Because I
Just-
told Jay Johnson what to do.
we haven't fared well on the road in these non-conference games well at all in like our life. We always lose.
Lost
that
at Oregon.
Cal.
That was 2008, Alex. God, let it go, son.
Year 2, Mark
you-
D'Antonio
Jesus
lost that
age.
Cal. Mark Dell.
Do you
scored a
guys
touchdown.
think that you beat 2 home games for you towards the end of the year?
I wasn't done with my
Indiana
spiel.
and Rutgers.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
Alex.
I wasn't done with my spiel. I think then after we lose one of the Maryland or Boston College games, we're going to get
That's right.
murdered by Ohio State and Oregon. Oh, maybe we keep one of those games close.
No, we don't.
For how long?
For like a few quarters, like
Quarter and a half.
fourth quarter, it's
No, we
21
don't.
points.
We don't.
Start of fourth quarter, it's within
Friday night
2
in Eugene.
touchdowns.
I think
It's a
we could
short
be
week
within
for us. That's
14,
easy for them. Easy
in
for
one
them.
of those games.
That
I
would
don't
be
think we're
huge.
gonna win either.
I'd be
either way-
That is literally just getting off of the field. Just got mollywopped against Ohio State and say, all right, boys, pack your bags. We're leaving on Wednesday. Oh, coach, where are we going? Oh, I got to fly out to Oregon. Oh, what are they ranked? Oh, after this week, they'll be ranked 2 or 3. So good luck.
So, anyways, my point was going to be that yes, the wind is going to be sucked out of their sails after those 2 games. They're going to probably be feeling pretty down on themselves.
Fox is going to move our game to Fox Sports 1 after our
No, they're
performance versus Ohio State.
Got a bye
Oh,
week.
they have a bye though. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge.
So they regroup. I think they beat Iowa. That's who they play next, right?
We're beating Iowa at home. I 100%
I
will
do
give
think
that.
we
Agreed.
would beat Iowa. That'll be like our big win of the season, and then we'll lose to Michigan.
Alex, we're
and then
beating
we'll-
Michigan. What are you talking
We'll
about?
drop a couple of games. Down
Do you think we
the
cover
stretch.
Michigan? Spread
Yes.
like
It's
gonna be-
21 and a half.
Yes.
No.
We almost covered that last year.
No. You almost got me there.
I think it's going to be quite a roller coaster. Where the second kids start getting injured, we have no one else.
Or
Everybody's
he
young. There's going to
benched.
be tons of mistakes. Charles is going to throw a lot of picks because he's never played at this level yet. It's going to be shitty. Let's just be honest. It's going to be shitty. But I think they'll claw and scrap their way to 6 wins.
Hell yeah. How did they do in the
Someone
last
say
4?
They have to battle and build.
So they lose
3-1 Final Four.
So
2-2. 2-2 in the Final Four.
Ew.
They're not losing to these media
6.
NCAA 25 darling Rutgers, led by Kaliakamanis or whatever his name is. They're not losing to Rutgers.
Kyle
He's
Manon guy?
Right now.
He's not even there anymore.
No, they got the transfer from Minnesota.
It's the Minnesota.
Zach
Oh,
Hennig
are
stat?
you talking about the running back?
No,
That guy's
it's
a beast.
Kaliakamanis or whatever you call her.
Yeah, you know why? Who's Rutgers' offensive coordinator? I'll tell you who it is.
Minnesota.
Don Brown?
Kirk Shiraka.
He went back.
It's at Rutgers, Alex. That's why the Minnesota quarterback went there.
He was at Penn
Connect the
State.
dots, brother. Come on.
I found my bet. If anyone's intrigued, it's plus money. You can do on FanDuel like blank plus wins. I did 6 plus regular season wins for Michigan State. It's plus 130 if that intrigues you. It's plus money, 6 wins. The hard part for me is I'm a Kirk Cignetti guy, so I will be rooting for Indiana on November 2nd.
That's cruel.
I do love them, but every other
Where's
game,
that at?
it's home,
Home?
for
What
Michigan
do you think the
State.
spread? At that week? What do you think the spread is? Like MSU 8.5?
I'd have to look at
No.
no.
No,
It's gonna be a lot.
favored by 8.5? Are you
All right.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Let me ask you,
Teams.
I
if
think
Michigan
Indiana's going to be good.
if Michigan State played James Madison at the end of last year, what would the spread have been?
Where's it at? Home or away?
We
Ooh,
talked
that's
about
a
this.
good
Michigan
Michigan
State.
State would be favored.
They should say
I-
favored. Minus
Field goal.
Last year they would not
3.5.
have been.
Don't
This year
think they'd
maybe.
be favored. I think
minus 3.5. They
JMU
should say
by
minus 3.5.
2.
Well, Kirk brought a lot of JMU to Indiana, and an all MAC quarterback.
We brought a lot of Pac-12.
Good point.
What week is this? November? Yeah, true.
This
So
is a different team.
wait, November. I'm actually going to tell you what the spread will be, and we'll look back on this because I think I can piece together Indiana. You're fighting Hoosiers, Drew Morgan. I hope you're listening. Will probably start the year 5-0. They will be 5-0 going
they
into their
won't
bye
be.
week. They
They'll
will.
lose.
You think they beat UCLA?
Yes,
UCLA
UCLA is the worst team in the
not
Big Ten.
very
I have them under 4.5 wins. They will probably
And
win
Maryland.
3 games this year. Yep, at home. They might lose at Northwestern. They'll probably lose in Nebraska. They'll beat Washington. They'll be a 1-loss team.
They
It'll
will
probably
not
be.
beat Washington.
I think they'll beat Washington at home
Why are you writing
Indiana's
Washington
schedule
off?
is easy. The front 9.
because everyone left Washington, and I don't think they do have a quarterback that we've heard of before, but I don't think they have any like depth. I think your guys' roster might be more talented top to bottom than theirs.
Jed
I
Fish
don't
made
think
Arizona
of
good.
that. Is Fafita still at Arizona?
Yeah, but like I don't think Jed Fish is going to walk in there year 1 and win 8 games. I think that'd be crazy.
With Will
I think
Rogers.
they'll
I-
beat in
can win
Indiana. Are you kidding me? But Indiana's just going to become good? You
Yeah, I
think
do think
Indiana
Indiana's-
on
They
paper
suck.
is
They've
better
always
than
will suck.
Washington.
Not a football school.
They beat Joe Milton.
I think if Indiana's at home and you're flying to Bloomington, I do think Indiana wins that game.
Flying to Bloomington, like that's a tough place to play. Oh my god.
It's just no,
What is
like it's a
wrong with
letdown. It's a letdown spot. I'm in on Indiana. I might
This
take
is
their over.
stupid. This is a stupid conversation. It's making me
I'm
mad.
gonna stick in
All right,
their
let's-
bones.
let's do
I'm
it.
looking.
Quick
I think
prediction.
they're good.
Spread for MSU.
Wait, hold
Against
on.
Ohio
I got-
State and
I-
Oregon.
No, hold on. Pause. Indiana, with all their new talent, James Madison, 16th most talent in the Big Ten out of 18.
Yeah, but 57th in the country. They're more talented than Boston College, and they're right behind Arizona.
Washington is 9th in the Big Ten.
Washington is 35th in the country. So you're talking about 35th to 57th. That's not an insane
That
gap.
is 22 teams. That is a gap. That is an AP top 25 gap. UCLA is 8th in talent.
The Big
Was their
Ten
coach
is
just
throwing
a
you off,
coordinator?
though.
Well, Grant, we play in the Big Ten. These teams are playing against each other. This is what matters.
I know. I understand that, Alex. I'm just saying I'm in on Indiana. I'll
Not
take that
throwing
that
you
rating is wrong.
That rating
Go
is
Hoosiers.
wrong.
You want to make a bet right now?
Yes.
On what?
Michigan State beats Indiana.
No, the Indiana. What will be what? You think they're gonna be 7-1 heading into Spartan Stadium?
That's disgusting if you think that.
Game is November 2nd. 6-2 is what I'm comfortable saying.
Okay, I'll make a bet that they're under 6-2.
$20?
$20 bet.
Okay.
$20 free bet on Fatal.
Okay. I'll put it in my notes app. 6-2. Going in that hell yeah. Now I'm invested in Indiana football. This is good stuff.
That's disgusting.
They're gonna go 5-3. I'm just gonna be so pissed.
It might be like 3 and 5.
I don't think
But
so.
then whoever loses the bet, the winner has to put that money on their team to cover that game.
You guys are going to see how good of a coach Tom Allen was.
Kurt Signetti's better than Tom Allen.
Tom Allen wasn't good.
Correct. Connor, does it make you nervous that 3 of their first games are FIU, Western Illinois, and Charlotte? So that's like 3 wins. And if UCLA is really bad,
Big
it's
Poachy
4
might
wins.
beat him.
Big Poachy. Evan, what a pull. That's unbelievable.
If Indiana is somewhat decent, then they're going to be at minimum 5, so they're going to have to drop one of those games against the Maryland or
It's going to be a good bet.
Northwestern was a bowl team last year, right?
8
Yeah.
wins.
But
Northwestern was pretty
But
good
they're only
last year.
they're only a 3-point favorite against Miami, Ohio to start the year. So did they lose everything?
Miami,
else they
Ohio
were on
was
their
also
roster?
like back-to-back MAC champions.
That's right. People are saying they could even be a playoff sneaker.
this is a really exciting bet, I would say.
Want to up the
This is a
stakes?
really stupid bet.
No, because if they handle the teams they should, like if they go 4-0 to start the year, then they just have to win 2 games out of Maryland, Northwestern, Nebraska, and Washington, and 3 of those are at home.
And I feel
Watch
good
out
about
for
them
Florida
losing those
International.
3.
That's why it's a good bet.
Okay.
Florida
Yeah, week one.
International.
Who's in the? Is that who they have? week
Fighting
one?
pit bulls.
Yeah, Florida International.
Pitbull
Pan-
Stadium.
That's right. All right.
Mr.
That's the show.
Worldwide.
It ends with a bet on Indiana football. And that's
full
the beautiful
circle.
thing.
You never know.
And Alex has 9-3 Michigan in the playoff. I would sign up for that.
7-1 Indiana is coming out with those college football playoff rankings, and they're going to be like in the playoff.
They're not. We're not
Are you
betting.
kidding me?
They'd be favored. And then you guys play spoiler. Ain Childs
You
for
better
their career game.
You better screenshot that Indiana college football playoff ranking the first week that comes out.
I said 6-2.
They would not be top 13. Absolutely not.
7-1.
They would- they
Grant says.
haven't played
with no single win. They would not be
7-1.
ranked
They'd be like 35th.
Yeah, they maybe like top 25,
high.
like 25th.
Probably, yeah.
Because they haven't beat
Disgusting
anybody.
to even see them in the rankings.
Yeah.
It'd be making me.
Dude, they're going to be good. I do think
They're
they're
not
going
going to be good.
They're going to be pesky.
They're third worst talent in the Big Ten.
Where's MSU?
Not very good.
Like what? Okay.
4 spots out of them. 9 more 4 stars.
We'll be favored by 8.5 points. Mark that down.
Look, Signetti doesn't have like high star recruits. He hasn't.
Neither does Johnny Smith, and I think Johnny's better.
Cheers to episode 179. Oh my gosh.
Cheers.
Cheers.